Hey guys, you're about to watch the first session of our new D&D stream. We stream it every other Sunday on Twitch, and then I upload the edited version onto YouTube for you guys to enjoy there. So here. So yeah, enjoy and tune in for our streams. It's late, and I've just finished editing. Now enjoy! Bye.
Cool.
And then just going over the quest information if you guys are ready.
Yeah.
So the person that posted the quest is Dulmond Malum. He is the head professor of archaeology at the Delson Academy of Higher Learning. He's posted it because he's looking for somebody to act as bodyguards or assistants, while he and a few members of his class go out to a dig site that's been discovered recently. But however, it's a little bit more dangerous because there are things that are either crawling up out of the dig site or around the area. They're not sure yet that have been attacking people, so they're looking for protection, which is where you guys come in.
Okay.
There's the quest details, and it kind of goes over just some base information saying like, oh, hold on. Just goes over the base information saying like, you're expected to be outside of the city for so long. You're gonna be in this area. You're gonna probably run into these kinds of creatures.
A fortnight, so 2 weeks for all those
Yep.
who... Now, the client's safe return, is that him specifically? If we lose...
That's him and his student.
Crap. Okay, I was gonna say, if we lose one or two of them, are the...
Like, he's the main... he's the primary resource, so to speak. Or the primary client.
Okay.
But he also wants to keep his students safe if possible.
How many students are there?
It's 3 students. It's not listed there, but it's
Okay.
3 other students.
Cool. So, where is this being announced? Is it like somebody announcing it?
No,
Is it
it's just
poster
a
board?
quest. It's like a post board, like at the pub, pretty much. Well, like it just gets tacked up.
Okay. So,
First party to come and claim it gets it, pretty much. Well, it's first come, first serve.
So, my brother and I, when we walk up to the board, I look at him and I say, "Brother, we could help these people in their research and for their protection. What do you think?" Brother, I nudge him a little.
Oh. I stare at Galithor. What's the pay like?
The pay is that we offer our assistance to someone other than ourselves. Also, it's
Gala.
1,500 gold minus guild fees, of course, if you must know.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Galithor.
I know how you work, brother. So,
I suppose.
very good.
I suppose
All right.
we can do this.
Then we need to find whoever is in charge of this expedition. So we go into the pub.
You chose a real easy voice, my dude.
Yeah, right.
It's from the damage I suffered. But we go into the pub to talk to the pub guy, bartender, that one, and see if he knows
Pub
where
guy.
this dude we're looking for is to escort.
Normally, you just take the quest listing, like you just
Oh,
take
just
it
take
right
it?
off the board,
Oh.
and you would bring it to the bartender actually in the pub.
Oh,
He's the one that actually.
So there's like little strips at the bottom. We just pull one.
No, it's like the whole quest
Pull the
listing. It's like the
strip.
it's the whole piece of paper.
So I grab
It's
it.
not the take one.
So I roll up to the board, in my wheelchair, and I. Brother, would you
You struggle a little
Yeah.
bit to.
would you please grab the sheet down for me so we might take it to the bartender?
I guess, brother, you really need to figure out something to be able to reach things from that wheelchair of yours. So I take down the paper and
You get one of those little grabbers.
Yeah, so I take it down and then I toss it to Gallus.
Thank you, brother. So we go inside. You know, we roll up to the bartender.
Right.
Barkeep, yes, we have interest in this here quest that you have offered us.
Oh no, another child. There can only be one.
What, Bubba?
All right. So the barkeep is this tall, not necessarily rugged, but weathered-looking red-headed man. He looks to be human as far as you can tell, but there are some elements in him that are almost like elf-like.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite half-elf looking. It just looks like he has some kind of like fey heritage or some kind of influence on him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he grabs the sheet of paper and he's like, "All right. What party are you going to be placing yourselves under? What's the name?"
I look at my brother. Tell him, Krioth, what the party name is.
Why me? Why do I have to tell him?
Because you're the more creative one in these regards. Okay, well, that was an awkward silence.
Brother, I've had a few pints. Okay, I'm not
the
gonna
barkeep
straight
just
up
chuckles to himself. He's like, "So you're new, huh?"
Yes, forgive us. We are not from this area, and we have been away from people for many years. We are the party of the wheel.
Okay.
Okay, hold
The
on.
wheel. And he's like, and he stamps and he's like, and it's done. The party of the wheel.
I look at him. I look at my brother
God
and
damn
shrug.
it, Gallithor.
I gave you the chance to name it.
And he's like, all right, now take this. You're going to meet with the client at the designated time, right on the edge of town, and then you will be heading out. You'll be escorting him to the location, and you'll be good to go. All right?
Excellent. All right, so
right.
And then there'll be like pretty much like a time skip for when you meet the client.
okay, on that time skip, I'll be right back. I have to turn the crock pot off, or my kitchen will burn down.
Gotcha.
God.
Move pretty fast for a guy with no legs. Ah!
I know, right? You have a lot of get up and go.
All right, so time skip.
All right, and it's just a quick time jump to when you meet with the client, pretty much. Well, all right, so you'll be meeting with the client. When you meet him, he'll just ask to see that the quest listing is approved by the bartender, or basically the one that would be putting out the quests,
Okay.
which is what that stamp is.
So we're in like a little city, or a little. Is it?
Yeah, it's a city.
City,
Yeah, it's a city. I'd say it's a moderately sized city. It's probably got a sizable population.
Cool. All right.
That weight for your character makes sense, but it also makes me sad.
I know.
All right. So, do you introduce yourself at all to the client, or are you just like, here's the paper, let's go?
Yep. So I roll up to the client because I know my brother will not be cordial. So I said, "Good afternoon, morning, whatever it is. Good morning. We have signed up to be your aid and protection, sir."
Well,
I've just realized I am in a wheelchair, and that the protection aspect of it might not seem that feasible, but fret you
You
not.
think, brother?
Yes, brother, but fret not. We are quite capable.
well, the guild's never done me wrong before. And I can't imagine they'll do me wrong this time as well. So,
Don't let my brother's wheelchair discourage you. Even though he's a cripple, he can still be useful.
I am full of surprises. I'm right at the right height to just.
so actually meeting with the client, Duamond Malum, He's actually a dwarf, as far as you can tell. Although he looks thin for a dwarf. He looks like he's more of a
Oh shit! I was going on
academic.
about my wheelchair. I got a dwarf. He's probably eye level with me.
What are you looking at?
He looks more like an academic than like your typical like dwarf that you would expect to see. So
Okay.
he's not built. He does have a beard, but it's kind of like mine right now, where it's like shaved very close to the face.
Interesting.
He looks like he's not necessarily a dwarf in spirit, I guess you would say. But nonetheless, he does have a bit of a more rough accent. So it's a little bit more like the gravelly, like rock and stone kind of stuff, or stuff like that. And you making mention of height and stuff like that, he actually does give a bit of a chuckle. It's like, well, I'm not going to be one to judge at any point in time, so long as the guild does right by me, I'll continue to pay.
Okay. Before we leave, I should excuse myself for about 10 minutes. So I just kind of go like into an outhouse or something, and I pull out my brazier. Brazier's a bra. What's the thingy?
Brazier.
Brazier. Okay. And I use my spell. Summon Unseen Servant, which requires a bit of string and of wood. So I pluck some string off my cloak, and I peel some wood off the outhouse and drop him in there.
Okay.
And so now he's with me. So as I roll out of the outhouse, it looks as though my wheelchair is pushing itself because he's the one doing it.
Okay, he's the leg man. Gotcha.
He's the leg for your will.
Okay.
Now, brother, I can grab the piece of paper now too.
All right. So if you guys are ready to go, Malum's ready to go whenever. Or Dumond.
All right. Yes, let us begin our journey.
And then the journey there is actually fairly tame.
Yay!
There's not much in the way that travels along the main road. And the artificium that you guys have been given for the journey, it has a wide enough area that it does cover the traveling group without any issue.
Okay.
Cool. What's an artificium? Is it to keep the...
That's what keeps the miasma at bay,
keeps
yes.
the miasma. Okay.
Yeah.
Double checking.
Yeah, artificium. I wanted to double check the word just to be sure now. There we go. Yeah.
A Gangeldorp.
A Gangeldorp, yeah. A sloob novel.
Mm-hmm. Sloob novel.
Cool. All right, cool. So,
Okay. Is there anything you want to do for the main chunk of the journey there? It's about a 2 days trek to the dig site.
Mm-hmm.
okay, let
2
me...
days.
2-day trek. Spells. Let me make sure.
And I do not have enough gold to summon my familiar, so I will not be doing that.
Well, it's not just gold specifically. It's
A worth of gold.
that gold's amount of materials. Yeah,
I don't have that.
and you wouldn't have been able to get that anyway beforehand because that's pricey.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, if you're successful in the quest, sure.
So let's get to know them while we travel. I'm
Okay.
just rolling along. I like to talk while we travel.
All right. So how do you approach that?
So I say, I look at what's his name? Dolman?
Yeah, Dumond.
Dulmund. I'm gonna type that right or I will not remember. Dulmund.
Shit.
Go ahead.
Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna check.
Never mind. I look at Dulmund and I say, so what do you plan to accomplish on this journey with your students?
Well, the plan is for them to have learned something, and for us to have learned something ourselves. It's ruins of the old world. We're hoping that we can find something of value, of note, anything like that. Figure out how they lived, how they actually made the world the way it is now, or the way it was back then. We're not entirely sure, which is why we're kind of going.
It is a noble quest, and should you figure out, perhaps you could reverse it and give the people a better life.
That is the hope, but that would take quite a bit of knowledge, time, effort,
I glance over at
money.
Kreoth and I say, "See, brother, he works to help for the people as well."
Waste of time in my eyes.
Yes.
The dead is all the company I need.
Right. He just finishes it right there, and he walks a little bit ahead. It's like, all right. Anyway.
So I do look at him and I go, regarding my brother's comment, we practice arts that are somewhat frowned upon in the magical circles and in civilized society. It is our way to protect you, and I do hope that you look past its innate nature and its ability to do good anyway.
Well, I mean, the pursuit of knowledge does lead to other abilities, stuff like that. I do understand that it is a means to an end. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing what I'd be doing anyway. You got to be able to take information and judge it just for what it is, information, and not necessarily any stigma that surrounds it or anything like that.
I agree completely. I'm glad we are on the same page. I'm out of questions.
Okay.
I just wanted to make that clear in case we like
things do go south and you
Yeah.
got to take care of something.
And then he's like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
All right. So we continue traveling. Well, that's what I was gonna say earlier with the interruption. Is I thought I forgot to prepare some spells, but I do have my spells already prepared. So
And at the beginning of each day, you are able to prepare new spells.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be an issue, hopefully.
Right.
Right.
Cool.
So is there anything else you want to discuss on the way there, or are you just ready to get to the location and then get things started?
What? You hired us for a reason, and you mentioned an ethereal shape or shadow. What? Have you any ideas what that might be?
It's not a creature that I'm familiar with. All I can say is from the descriptions given to me and what I briefly saw the last time I was here, is that it was some kind of... It almost looked like it was the shadow that's cast on the ground, just upright. It almost looked like somebody else's shadow had a mind of its own. It's very strange looking. It's hard to describe.
I glance at my brother and mouth the word necromancer at him, and then raise my eyebrow.
I nod my head in agreement, and then go back to not giving a shit.
So we know what Kreoth's default state of mind is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm here for the money.
Which.
All right.
Yeah. All right. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good also. Yeah, right now it's Kreoth. I feel like he doesn't care enough. He's just here to do the job, get paid, and go back to what I was doing in my research.
Well, in that case, then we're good to continue on to the dig site. Like I said, it's about 2 days northwest of the city. Let me double check that real quick. I don't think I have it listed here. But yeah, it's northwest of the city, about 2 days travel. And then you'll be spending about 10 days there. while they do a general dig of the area.
Okay.
So the idea is that you're going to be spending time either keeping an eye out or just being on alert,
Okay. Did we
being in charge of their safety in some sense.
bring rations?
You have whatever rations you had from the beginning,
Lovely. Okay.
so you may need to do a little,
Little hunting. Yeah.
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 We'll see how that goes.
I know. I was just thinking about that a second ago.
And they have their rations, though, right?
Yeah, they are supplied for themselves.
Okay. It's
They
amazing.
expect to
It's
be able to supply for themselves
It's
as well.
amazing how little food you need when you don't got legs.
Oh god.
All right.
So, I guess if we've set up camp, do we arrive at the ruins?
Oh yeah, you've arrived at the ruins
We're
at this
there.
point. 2
We've
days have
set up
passed.
camp.
There's already a few almost like a tent town kind of set up from previous digs.
Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty of locations available for you to be able to set up in that are like right off to the edge of the ruins. So that way the dig can be uninhibited by people living nearby or anything like that.
So there are people nearby.
Just like a skeleton crew almost of just people that were there from the last dig that didn't come back yet, and they haven't gotten much progress done because they've been waiting for Dulmond to come back and take the helm again. They've just been on site to make sure nothing like makes its way in or sets up shop or anything like that. Like if somebody's wandering around outside of town
Mm-hmm.
and they come across it.
Cool. All right.
So overall, there's about 8 other people besides you, you two guys.
Excellent. So then, I keep my eyes peeled. I'm sitting in my wheelchair, just looking around, just overwatching things.
Okay. Go ahead and give me just a perception check. Just a
dice cam.
the dice cam's turned off for some reason.
That'll be an 8.
An 8, gotcha.
I'm starting
What's
to
your,
snooze
passive,
in my chair a little.
What's your passive perception as well?
Passive perception. Oh, that's right.
Lauren, what are you doing?
13.
I see you.
13?
Sorry.
Okay, so with the 8 and the 13, you would normally end up taking the 13 if it's just a general watching out. It's just the chance for you to catch something a little bit better or a little bit more sneaky if you roll well.
Okay.
So with that 13, for the most part, you don't see anything the first couple days. Kryath, while he's been keeping an eye out, what have you been up to?
I've been kind of just sitting back, reading my book.
Yeah, yeah, he's just.
And
that sounds right.
yeah, sitting back, reading my book, and I don't know. I feel like after a little bit of time has passed. How long have we been there?
Just a couple of days at this point. You're only about
Okay.
2 days in.
I decide to kind of go to the edge of the dig. Is there any foresty thing?
You are on the edge of woods and grassland. You're
Okay.
right at that transition point. There's some hills off in the distance, not too far away.
Well, thank you, though.
But it looks like whatever these ruins were built at the edge of the forest, or maybe it might have been the middle of the forest at that time. It's hard to tell how long it's been there.
All right. Well, reading my book, I just get a weird feeling. I decide to get up and walk towards the to the edge of the woods. As I walk by, I look at Galithor. Brother, I'm gonna check something out. Watch my back for me. And I walk to the edge of the woods, and I just start staring into the woods, looking for any type of anything.
Just keeping an eye out for anything in general.
Oh,
Yeah, just I have a feeling of something, and I just kind of want to. I stare into the woods looking for.
Question.
I feel like being watched.
Can it be assumed that my unseen servant is always kind of at my wheelchair, just
Yeah.
well,
No,
continuing
I already
past
made
it?
that assumption.
Okay.
I already made that assumption.
All right.
Yeah, so yeah,
Um,
I go to the edge. I just being watched or something, and I decide to stare out into the woods to observe.
I roll up next to
Okay.
him and I poke him. I say, "Brother, what is that in the distance?"
I look. I see movement, but I cannot make it out, brother.
It's your sense of humor.
Oh,
While you're staring out, Kryos, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
you are lucky, brother. Because you are my brother. If you were anyone else, I would tip you over in that wheelchair, drag it out from you, and throw it into a ditch.
Well, it's heavier than it looks, and your arms are noodles.
Oh, God damn it. Perception. I got a total of 8.
What's your passive?
Yeah, well, the dice was 4, and
So
perception
on the
is
left,
4.
on the left of your on your
Passive
sheet,
perception is a
Oh.
14. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Passive perception's 14.
All right.
And then I got a
So-
+4 and then a +4 for dice.
So you rolled an 8, and then your passive is a 14. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
So 13 and a 14 to work with. I would say that the direction that Galathor had you like looking as he made his joke,
Oh, man.
heavy air quotations there. You will actually see a little bit of movement. If you want to try and get a better look, you can.
So I stop and I stare out into the dark woods, and I smack Galathor in the side of the head as he's laughing at his dumb joke. And I say, brother, I know you're trying to be funny, which you're not, but in that direction I do see movement. There's something out there.
Perhaps it's an animal, and we might have a succulent dinner tonight.
And if not, it's something I'm gonna kill either way. So I decide, so brother, you want one of us to stay back and watch them? Or both of us go?
What's the terrain look like?
It would be considered rough terrain.
Okay, I don't do well on rough terrain.
No, you would not.
I'll stay here and keep an eye out.
Oh,
Good luck.
could your little wheels not make it over the terrain?
That would be exactly why, yes.
Okay, I decide, let's see. I want to go into stealth.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Hopefully I rolled high on dice. Oh, I got a 19 plus 2. Total.
Nice. Total of 21. Okay.
All right, so go into stealth, and I start creeping. Oh, let me double check something on my description. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Oh, okay, never mind. No, we're good.
So
Uh,
as he starts moving forward, I cast Mage Hand and just kind of push a rock into his path to try and trip him.
I want you to roll a sleight of hand for me, but add your intelligence instead of your dex mod.
Okay.
So roll a d20, add your intelligence modifier.
6.
Cool. As you, so Kryth, as you kind of take like this hunkered stance because you're like trying to get low, stay unseen. As you crouch down and start taking a few steps, you just see this rock kind of just like 10 feet in front of you.
I stare at it. I look back at Galathor and just stare.
Something the matter, brother? Did you find the enemy?
Well, what was the rock, brother? What was that about?
Which
You,
rock?
you trying to do something here?
There are no rocks around me, brother.
I look at the rock.
Kryath, you were staring back at Galathor at this.
Yeah, I
at
was
this
staring
point in
back at Galathor.
time? Galathor, I need you to make another perception check for me real quick.
Oh, okay, I'll take that. I dropped the dice. 13.
Yeah, I'm like
13.
looking over my shoulder at him, like,
Okay. What Kryath saw earlier, you're starting to see some hints of. It's some kind of large, hulking, furred creature. And it's probably about 20 feet closer than when Kryath last saw it. It seems like it's just meandering about, moving from place to place.
I put my hand up to my face. Brother, look. I see something that you previously saw with your eyes.
so I look back forward and look through the woods, and I see the movement also. Well, do I need to roll perception for it, or I'm guessing?
No, it's close enough at this point that you'd be able to see it.
Okay. I look at it, and I want to try to make out what it is.
Okay.
So what would that be?
You've
That'd
seen
be
you've
nature?
seen creatures like this before. It's from what you can tell because you're close enough to see. You see this hunched back. You see some tusks sticking out. You see like a snout. It appears to be a boar.
Ooh.
And it seems like it's been just wandering through the woods here, doing a little bit of ruffling around, trying to find food.
Ah, yes, brother. I sense dinner.
Okay.
How far away from us is it?
At this point, it's about 60 feet away.
60?
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Brother, we could attack it and have it for dinner. Should we do that?
Give me a second, babe. Yes, brother. I
Phil,
think
this is
so.
fun. This is
Um,
fun, Phil.
I use trying to figure out what would be the best.
Thanks for watching, though.
That I have that can reach that far.
Firebolt. Firebolt.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be firebolt. Nothing else reaches far to get him at 60.
Nice.
So I stand
thieves?
and I wait
World of Warships.
for a pause in movement from the boar and a clear shot, and I cast firebolt
Are
at it.
we able to do it at the same time? Like,
Yes, you would actually be able to do it at the same time if you wanted to.
That is there.
It would just be a ready to action pretty much, well, and
Okay.
the trigger would be when the other person attacks.
yeah, so I grab him before he casts it. Say, wait, brother. Together we will do more damage.
Agreed, brother.
I probably
So-
will, Phil.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna cast together.
So we roll to hit.
It's been a minute, but yeah. So
18 plus 5.
And Kryath?
I got a nat 1
Oh, fun.
plus 1.
Plus 1. Okay. So unfortunately, your shot does go wide by a fair bit.
Yeah.
However, Galathor's yours does strike true.
All right.
So if you want to go ahead and roll damage for that.
I got 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and go into turn. So if you want to roll initiative for me real quick.
All right. 11.
Got a 14.
right. So 14, 11. Cry off,
394.
Galathor. Okay, so after your hit strikes true, Galathor, the boar, it was a firebolt, right?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. The boar recoils. You hear this angry squeal, and it turns to look at the source. Its eyes lock onto Kryoth because it's the closest one,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear it's like do like a snarling snort as it raises up the charge, and then Kryoth, it's your turn. So go ahead and go and do what you want to do.
All right. So he's still 60 feet away, right?
He's about 60 feet away from Galathor. He's roughly, if you look at the roll 20, I think it's about 40 feet away from you.
Oh, I see. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's still too far for anything else. So I'm gonna firebolt again at him.
Okay, go ahead.
If I can freaking roll or not. I got a 14. Hit DC is +5.
Okay, so you rolled a 14?
Yeah.
That would be 19 total?
Yeah.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sweet. Okay. And then firebolt is a D10.
Yeah.
It shit me. So yeah, it's a 1D10 and I got a 2.
All right, and then do you add anything to that, or is it just that? It's just that.
Yeah. Okay,
It's a cantrip, so it's just that. I just
yeah,
remember.
because hit DC is for rolling the 20.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So it's just 1D10. So it's just 2 damage.
Gotcha. Okay, and then after that, it's actually going to be Galathor's turn. So go ahead and take your turn.
All right. I cast another firebolt.
All right, go ahead and roll.
19 plus whatever.
I'll hit.
Yeah. And then 3.
3. Cool. So as your hit finds purchase, it actually flies in and comes up like right into the chest, and you see part of its flesh actually kind of burn away as it squeals and then collapses.
Oh.
It has 11 health, guys.
Who is useless now, brother?
Brother, why don't you go collect the boar for us?
Okay. Can do. So I have
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky,
Yeah.
squeaky.
I have a certain, and I get there, and I look around, like trying to figure out how I'm gonna get the boar onto. How big is the boar?
It's considered like a medium creature. It's sizable.
What can
Let me see here.
Mage Hand lift? I don't think it can.
Get the jumper on, Sander.
I don't have mage. I thought I had mage hand.
Yeah, this is probably close to like a 600-pound boar.
Yeah, I can't carry more than 10 pounds. Probably not gonna cut it then.
I sit back and I just watch with a smile on my face.
Can my unseen servant pick it up?
Yeah, I believe it has a lifting capacity as well.
Simple tasks that a human servant can do. Okay. So
You can drag the boar.
I look at Krioth and I go, well, brother, you could help the servant lift the boar, and you could both bring it back together. Else I'll cut a piece of it away for now, and have my own dinner. Or we could feed the whole camp.
So, brother, what you're saying
I went the wrong way with this.
is you don't have it? You can't collect the boar?
I collected its soul. The physical part will be up to you, I think.
Oh, okay. I turn and look back towards the camp, and I yell out for some help from any of them, letting them know. Would they actually come and help collect the boar?
There would actually be about 2 of the students that are available at the moment, so they actually come running to check out what you need help out with.
Cool. They come running up. I look at them and say, "Hey, if you want to eat, go get that boar, bring it back."
You see these 2, they're like college students, so they're not young by any means, but they look frail. So they both so they both kind of just like lean over, have a look. No,
David's
it's okay.
asking
We
to
have
join.
our supplies back at camp. And they kind of both turn and start leaving.
I just stare at them as they walk away, and
So I
head
look at
turns back, shake my head. Useless, useless, useless.
Fret not, brother. With the help of the servant, which I will name, I feel bad calling him the servant. You two can...
The help.
The help. You can, I believe, get the boar back to our camp.
Real quick, David is asking to join the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, he sent it to the. So I walk up to the boar, and I look at
Hey, David.
Galithor, and of
Hello.
course, like always, I'll do all the heavy lifting. And I pick up the boar with the servant. We start carrying it.
It is unfortunately not my choice, brother.
what's up, David? Are you gonna play?
Yeah, I'm almost done finishing this stuff real quick.
Sweet.
Okay.
Score it.
So once we get the boar back to camp, because I'm gonna step away for like 2 seconds, I walk away, go sit down, lean against a dirt mound or whatever, and I pull my book back out and I continue reading.
I have the servant start to gut the pig and clean it.
Okay.
And on that note, while Cryoth is reading, I will be back in like 2 seconds.
Okay.
And while he's gutting it, I have to do something real quick too. So intermission.
Cool. All right. So Xavier's character and Cody's character have already left the Adventurers Guild on the quest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you be escorted by another guild member out to the site where they're at. So you'll probably arrive pretty much at the beginning of the 3rd day for them of them being there.
Okay.
At the beginning of the 3rd day for them of them being there.
Okay.
At the beginning. So whenever you guys are ready.
Cool. So.
Yep.
My servant's cutting up the boar. All right, you're now the vanilla wafer and dice cam. I ask one of the dudes, one of the college students. I say,
Is the meat around here good to eat? Is it safe?
The college student just stares like, I don't know. I don't know.
huh?
Well, then,
I mean, we just have all the food that we packed, and that's what we have. We don't do the hunting. We're not good at that.
well, then,
As I'm reading my book, I look up, notice Galithor talking to the student, and can vaguely hear what he says. And, brother, why don't you just test the meat for us? If you live, we're good. If you die, we won't eat it. And then I go back to my book.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
So I cut a slice of the meat off, and cook it up a little, do it up, salt, pepper, paprika. Oh, such fanciness. And I take a teeny, tiny little bite, like, What does it taste like? Does it taste okay?
Like how big of a bite are we talking? Like
Like the end of my thumb.
okay. I'm gonna need you to. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. It's
Oh.
fine. It tastes like dried meat. Not like it tastes like pork, but maybe it was cooked a little long. You don't normally cook meat, so it's not necessarily the most delicious pork ever, but it tastes like pork.
Have you know, I am a renowned chef. Between my brother and I cook pork. He cooks charcoal.
I looked up from my book.
And I didn't cook it. The
Stare at
servant
him.
did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I shake my head. Just
Well,
go back to my book.
the way I imagine the servant operates is like it's the most perfectly average result
Yeah.
every time.
I love an average meal. Gets me through the day.
Dang. Oh.
So I say,
Would you like any, brother?
Sure, brother.
Oh, good.
Have your servant bring it to me.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
so, servant serves us both and we start eating. Damn, I want pork chops now.
I had pork chops for dinner. Phenomenal. They were so I had one big piece and it was so good I had to get them. My wife cooked them amazing.
Yeah. So while we eat, I roll my chair back out to where I was, like just kind of looking around and making sure.
Right.
And continue to keep an eye out.
Okay. So the rest of that day goes by without much issue. The students and Dumont have been going into the ruins and coming back out several times throughout the day. Seems like it's fairly commonplace. There's no issues there. If there's nothing else you guys want to do for the night, we can go ahead and go to the next day.
Yes. The components for alarm. Those aren't. They don't say a price. They're not a price. Right?
Yeah, there's no cost associated to them. So I'm gonna just hand wave it and say that's available through your component pouch, or if you're using an arcane focus, it's covered by the arcane focus.
I am. It's like a.
Yeah.
It's like a Palantir, but it's smaller and it's white.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
So it's a cue ball.
We both have
No.
well,
Hopefully that
that
size.
way.
That's a good size.
Yeah.
That's what we
forgot
both
this existed.
have.
Trying to think of a size comparison. Pool ball, perfect. Yes, the perfect size.
Yeah,
So,
but,
as we were getting ready to go to sleep, I cast alarm in the area around our camp.
Okay. How much space does alarm cover?
30-foot range. Yes, area of 30 feet. How close are the sleeping quarters?
No larger than a 20-foot cube. So it'd be 20 feet on each end. So you can cover roughly about 400 square feet.
I see. I got you. My fault.
Yeah. So you cover a decent chunk of space. You can get most of where the tents are without issue.
Cool.
With that spell.
All right, and I designate that all of our known members will not set off the alarm.
Okay. Is there anything that Kryeth will be doing?
No.
Okay.
He just reads his book until he falls asleep.
What a bum.
Hey, I am studying ancient necromancy.
I prefer fresher necromancy.
So got some meat on dim bones.
On them bones. And then I go to
Okay.
sleep for 4 hours.
All right.
I attempt to go to sleep for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Do I wake up? I don't know. Do you?
All right, it's the next day. All right, I wake up. Do you?
Galathor, actually. About 2 hours into your rest, you do have the alarm send off a signal saying that somebody has crossed the plane that has not been designated by the spell.
Okay. So I'm not in my wheelchair.
You're not sure if it's an immediate threat
Yeah.
or if it's.
I'm not in my wheelchair. I don't have my servant, and I'm just on a bed like normal. So when I'm not in my wheelchair, the way I get up and move around is I kind of walk on my arms.
Yeah. Okay.
Because now my arms, would they be?
Oh.
They're not.
It'd be about the same.
They're not quite long enough to reach the. So I kind of like drag the legs behind me, kind of does like a little shuffle kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's from the Dark Tower.
Like something you could see in Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Oh. you know who that reminds me of is Ivar the Boneless from the Viking. How he like just crawls around on his hands and drags his legs behind him and all menacing.
Haven't gotten that far. Don't know who that is.
Lame.
So yeah. So I set up. I poke Kriyoth.
Wake up! The alarm sounded.
And as he pokes me, I come to, and I stand up. And as Galathor's getting into his chair, I start to look.
Yeah, I go to get in my chair while looking around.
Okay. You are in a tent at the moment, so looking around, you'd be able to see the walls of the tent.
All that reminded.
Well, okay, I guess
That reminded
I
me.
walk outside.
That reminded me. I think it's Watson and Sherlock Holmes thing. It's like they're sleeping in a tent and then they wake up. Like, what do you see, Watson? The stars. What do they remind you of? Oh, how small and insignificant we are. Well, actually, this tent's been stolen.
Yeah, so as Galathor's getting in his chair, I walk outside
so
and I start looking around.
Yeah, same.
All right, so Kraus, go ahead and make a perception check real quick. Just a quick general one. Scanning the camp.
I got a 16 plus 4, so I got a 20.
Okay.
I earned this.
You do notice that there is not a shadow in like the creature's description, but like there's the shadow of someone walking past a tent. Like you see it on the ground because they're already behind the tent and the light source is casting the shadow past it. So you're able to see that somebody is walking past the tent further into the camp.
Okay.
That's the only thing you've got, though.
Oh. So as Galathor's coming out of the tent, say, brother, I saw a shadow. Someone's walking into the camp. I decide I'm going to try to roll for stealth.
I say, oi!
Who's walking through the camp?
Never mind.
Kryoth, since you rolled so high on your perception, you do see that the figure pauses for a moment and then comes around, and you see one of the students like poke their head around the corner of the tent and be like, sorry, bathroom break, and goes back in.
I look at Galathor and I say, didn't you set the alarm so no students would set it off?
I did, didn't I? That's what I...
You did.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did indeed. I don't believe that that's a student. A shapeshifter, perhaps, or a shade.
Let's go deal with this. So,
We
start
should be
walking over
cautious.
to
They're clever. Or it could be clever if it was smart enough to disguise itself as one of the students.
So we saw what tent he went into, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, I'm gonna roll for stealth then,
Okay.
and to try to sneak up on the tent. Are you fucking kidding me? I got a 3 plus 2. I got 5.
Oof.
Yeah. Ouch.
All right, so you go to roll for stealth, or you attempt to sneakily approach the tent, but seeing as how it's nighttime, and even though you do have a greater vision on the dark than the average person would because of your dark vision, there are still some things that would pass by unnoticed, and you happen to catch your toe on a root that kind of makes you face plant for a moment, which does give off a lot of sound, which kind of gives you away.
Yeah. Then I get back up and jump to my feet real quick and look around like, anybody see that?
I look at him, I say,
I saw nothing, brother.
So you guys plan on approaching that tent?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you go straight in through the opening, or do you wait outside for a moment?
I want to stand outside and
yeah, I'd like to call the person out to us.
Okay.
We'd like to speak to you a moment. Something unusual has happened on your entrance.
Okay. You hear some shuffling. It sounds like they may have already gotten into bed, and now they're getting back out. And they come back to the opening of the tent. They poke their head out like, "Is everything all right?"
What is your name?
Oh, I'm Dimitri. I rolled for it.
Yeah.
I already have all these set up.
Yeah.
oh god.
It's funny.
Why did you set off the alarm when you came in?
Oh, I'm sorry. What alarm?
You see, unbeknownst to you and the other students, I set a magical ward to guard the camp that none of the students should set off, and yet you did. Why? Why?
Wow. He stands there for a moment. I'm terribly sorry, but I don't know what you mean. I don't know why I would set off the alarm.
Is there anything?
Hold on. I want to.
Is it a single tent?
It's a group tent.
Group tent. Alright.
There's about it's 4 people in that tent counting him, so there's 3 others that are still sleeping.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, one of them's
Looking at-
woken up to the noise now. Is kind of like listening, like, what's going on?
All right. So I look. I said,
Perhaps one of your tent mates could clear this up for us. Please come out here.
While he's doing that, I just real quick. So I have detect magic. Well, one it says range self.
The range self just means that you can only cast it on yourself,
"You're the one doing it."
and that gives you the ability to detect magic in a
Okay.
30-foot radius of you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Now, does that work for like shapeshifters and stuff? To detect if they're using magic.
Normally,
change
detect
them?
magic only allows you to view spells or enchantments that are currently actively happening. So you're not entirely sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say shapeshifting. I don't think it's considered as magic.
It'd be considered more
'cause-
of an innate ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's not a shapeshifter and it's someone using a spell,
Mhm.
Right.
that would be. So I want to, while
Like a
the other
like
student's
a
kind of
fail?
distracted with Galathor and the other student coming out, I want to cast detect magic on myself to see if I can notice anything that would let me know if there's any type of spell or enchantment being
Okay.
used.
like a
All right, so
magic
you'll take the
item?
time to cast that. Are you casting it as a ritual?
Let me double check. It says casting time. It's just an action.
It
Self.
should have an R
concentration.
next to it.
Yeah, it's yeah, it says C and R. So concentration up to 10 minutes. The
And
duration
you can cast
sense.
it as a ritual because it does have the ritual tag. Do you have it prepared for today?
Yeah, it's already prepared.
All right. Are you going to cast it as an action, or are you going to cast it as a ritual so that way you save that spell slot?
I will go ahead. How long would the ritual take?
It would be 10 minutes plus the casting time, so it'd be 10 minutes plus 1 action.
So I look.
Okay.
So if he decides to do that, I said,
We want to clear this up. Just give us a few minutes and we'll designate that you are who you say you are.
And is the other guy out of the tent yet?
Yeah, he's poked his head out of the
Is it-
tent at this point.
Do you know?
So yeah,
This
while
person.
he's talking, I step back a little bit and I start preparing detect magic as a ritual, so I don't have to use
Okay.
a slot.
Yeah. So I say,
Alright,
do you, so ask him if they know that.
Yeah, the other student like glances over at him. He's like, "Yeah, that's Dimitri. He's my classmate. Is there something the matter?"
We are in an odd spot. You see, he set off the alarm, a magical alarm that I set, and I excluded all of the students. So I'm quite curious as to why he set it off. Has he been acting different lately?
I mean, not as far as I can tell. I mean, seems like Dimitri to me.
I look at him.
He like takes a moment and like looks him up and down real quick. Like, let me roll for that real quick. Okay.
So we are playing as I wait the 10 minutes, right?
Yeah. So I'll
Okay,
let you know
so-
when it goes off.
Yeah, I got it.
He's like, I mean, he seems like Dimitri, as far
Okay.
as I can tell.
So I roll up a little closer. I roll
Okay.
up, no, I roll up a little closer and I take a good look at his face to see if I can see anything odd. Is there any
All right, are you going to be doing like an investigation, perception?
just to
Which one?
I say
Are you looking like specifically for like details?
yeah, something
on him?
off.
So it'd be an investigation check
Okay.
for me.
10.
10? Okay. You should also have a passive investigation
Oh,
score.
have I? Oh, look at that. 13.
13. Okay. I mean, he looks like one of the students that you've seen around camp. As far as you can tell,
Do I recognize him? Have I seen him?
Yeah, you
Just
think
about.
you're pretty sure you've seen his face
Yeah.
before. You haven't really been paying too much attention to the students because you've been keeping your eyes outward as
Yeah.
opposed to inward.
Yeah. And was he in the original 3 plus 4?
And no, he was part of the group that was already set up here by the time you arrived.
Okay, so I say,
I don't want to cause any confusion or ill feelings. Our job is to be sure that you are all safe. So, that's what we are doing.
Oh, I mean, I totally understand that. It's just strange that your spell seems to have failed in some form or fashion.
I chuckle
Would you-
over the corner when he says that.
Would you turn around for me? Just
Sure.
just a circle in place.
He takes the time and he slowly, like, steps in
Oh.
a circle in place.
do I see anything on him?
Make a perception check. At this point, Korayoth, your detect magic would have started. At the moment, you don't see anything currently.
13.
13 for perception?
Yep.
You don't... With a 13? No, you don't really see anything.
Alright, sure, nothing. There doesn't seem to be anything attached to him, like an animal or anything that I can see.
You don't see anything like that now.
Okay.
I got a question real quick. This is kind of
Yeah.
a little bit off topic. How far away was?
What?
Yeah, you broke off a little bit. What you like broke out, the audio did.
What was the question?
Oh, how far away is David?
We don't know.
You don't know?
Well, yeah, we couldn't know that.
Well, yeah, it's true.
We don't even know he's coming.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. Okay. Yeah. So I just continue with my spell as Xavier. It continues in its investigation.
Did you say it was ready?
Yeah, it went off.
okay.
It's currently active. He's not perceiving any kind of like magic that's currently happening at the moment.
I'm going to, while my spell's active, I'm going to walk past the student and walk into the tent.
Okay. So you go ahead and walk into the tent. Are you
Do it.
just gonna step in, see if you notice anything? Are you gonna
Yeah,
look around
I'm-
specifically?
Well, I want to look around, but also detect magic. Going, see if I see anything magic.
Okay.
That
Give
seems
me a
unusual.
perception check.
Like a totem.
Yeah, like a totem or something like that. Perception. I got 7 plus 4, but my passive is 14, so I'll go
Okay.
14.
All right. You don't notice anything in the tent at the moment for the magical nature. However, just noticing things out of the corner of your eye, you notice that in one of the beds there does seem to be something underneath the blanket.
Okay, I go up and pull the blanket off.
Okay. 5 points of bludgeoning damage,
Holy fuck!
Language.
and you will also be taking. If I can find it, there we go. 2 points of psychic damage. As this, what
Well,
originally
this-
looks like this amorphous like slime thing that was underneath the blanket. However, there's almost like miniature body parts inside of it, like almost like a face that like arrives and then disappears, and then different face, and then like a hand and then some arms, stuff like that.
Like a magic 8-ball, but the things keep turning around in it.
Yeah, and it's
So-
but it looks almost like some kind of like slime-like creature, as
So
it
does the
as like
psych
this.
damage go actually towards my hit points?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does.
I think you.
Yeah, you just drop. me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you don't have a lot of health to start with.
Yeah,
But
so
as like this little like this tendril of like the whatever this creature is like kind of shoots off of it and like slaps you and like smacks you with a surprising amount of force, and as it does so you feel like some of your memories almost being consumed. Like you don't forget them, but you also know that they're not just yours anymore as
Yeah.
you slip into unconsciousness.
okay, and then I obviously hit the ground
Yeah.
because yeah, I'm fucking down and I gotta throw save throws. All right, well I'm down.
Question: Does Xavier hear?
That would make a sound.
Yeah.
So you would be aware of something going on inside of the tent, Galathor.
Mm-hmm. So I look at the students. I say, "Hold."
Hold the tent.
Is it like folds?
It's like tent flaps.
Nice.
Hold
Yeah.
the flaps open. I need to see what's going on.
They'll comply. They'll open up the flaps, and you'll see that Kryoth is currently laying on the ground. There is a blanket thrown to the side, and there's this like this green slime-looking creature with different body parts surfacing, sitting on the top as it's like quivering, like either like excited or anxious or something like that.
Hmm. So it looks like it's feeling something.
It looks like it's reacting,
Reacting.
I suppose.
So I attempt to stop the creature, saying,
Wait, please, creature, please. What do you want?
"Does it respond to me?"
You would have.
It doesn't respond. Actually, hold on.
I'm a talker, not a fagger.
Hey, you got no legs, you can't run away.
It will actually like you'll see like there's not necessarily one singular face that it has, but you see like the majority of it like shifts in your direction as you say something to it, and you'll hear it like gurgle out the word like Galathor.
You know me, creature.
And it'll just repeat Galathor.
So I look at it and said,
What do you want here? Why have you harmed my brother?
And then it will start moving forward off the edge of the bed, come down on the ground. At this point, enough time has passed. I need you to make a death saving throw for me, Cryoth.
And that's just
Roll a d20.
just one. Yeah, okay. I got a 7.
All right, that'd be one fail.
Fuck.
Learn Grange. Watch your profanities. I need to get that on a soundboard. God.
Okay.
And then the creature will actually like move itself off of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
It'll like slurp its way over towards where where Cryoth is laying, and you'll see it actually start to like envelop the top of its head.
No, that's a note from me. I react and shoot firebolt at it. If I hit the creature,
Okay.
will it hit Cryoth as well?
You don't know?
I should. I hope it has enough room. I aim for the tail end.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack, and after that, we'll go into turns.
You guys can't see what that is, can you? On the dice cam. No, you can't make that out. It's a 20. It's a 1.
Is it a 1?
It's a 1.
All right. I will have crit fails. Just be crit fails. You're not gonna have to worry about stumbles or anything like that, because otherwise that'd be annoying to deal with. So unfortunately, your shot does go wide because you're just reacting off of spur of the moment. Yeah, exactly. And then we'll go ahead and go into turns. So I need Cryoth and Galathor to roll initiative.
16.
I got 13.
Okay. So it's going to start off with Galathor.
Okay.
David, you need to show up and help.
I'm just watching in the trees.
So I this time I attack with poison spray.
Poison spray, is that a
Constitution.
bone? Or it's a Constitution saving throw for
13.
a specific target?
Yeah, Constitution 13.
Okay. All right, let me see what it rolls. Okay. You said 13?
Mhm.
All right, it rolled an 11 plus 2, so that's 13. So it makes the save.
Does tie go to player? I thought.
Tie goes towards the one rolling the save.
Ah, very good.
It's always meet or beat.
Shit.
What was that?
Watch your profanities, please.
What's your profanity? Well,
So
okay.
it does make the save. Is that a cantrip or is that a spell?
It's a cantrip.
All right, so then nothing happens.
No.
All right, Cryoth, your turn.
Are you
That's
fucking
the
kidding me?
single.
I got a 6.
All right, so that's 2 fails. And we're on to the creature's turn, which now that you've attacked it directly, it's actually going to jump from Cryoth and start coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
And it does have a movement speed of... Where's that at? 20 feet. So it'll be able to reach you. And it's going to go ahead and try and attack you.
Okay.
That would be a 15 plus 5 to hit.
Oh, I can't imagine that got me. Yeah.
Ooh. That's 4 plus 3 for bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
And another 3 psychic damage on top of that.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. So things go dark, and you guys don't know what's happening now.
Is that where I come in?
And actually, this would be when you would come in, David.
Alright.
And also, your escort would be coming in with you as well.
Okay.
And let me just pull up that person's stats real quick. So you would arrive in the at the dig site, and you would immediately hear this commotion. So you'd probably run straight over to check it
Yeah.
out. He would be your escort, Archibald Van Lorvis. This large minotaur
Okay.
Yeah.
has been traveling with you.
Okay.
He's actually a higher-ranking guild member, and basically he was sent just as a babysitter.
Okay. Alright.
Looks like we need one at this point.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll for stealth,
Okay.
which is
Go ahead and roll initiative for me real quick.
oh,
This is a short campaign.
the D20, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, I got a 7.
You got a 7. Okay.
Yeah. Alright. So that. And then,
All right. So that would put us at the top with Archibald because he rolled a 19 plus 2, so 21 initiative.
okay.
And he would come rushing in, see that there's currently this creature attacking the two of you, and react with casting a spell of his own. And it's just going to be Firebolt for now.
Firebolt.
11
Firebolt.
plus 9 to hit, so yeah, 20 total. That'll hit.
Thank God.
Where are they at? Where's that one at? And that, I think, is enough to kill it outright.
God damn. Minotaur shows up and just.
Shame.
Oh,
Oh wait, nope,
Jeez.
not yet. Nope, not yet. That's only 13 points of damage. So that means we're gonna go on to Galathor's turn.
All right.
If you want to roll.
Here's where I die. I got a 15.
Now one.
That's 2 fails for you, Galathor.
Yep.
You rolled a 15, Cryoth?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's one success. And next would be the creature's turn, which is going to retaliate at Archibald and try and attack him. See how that works. Oh. That's a 4 plus 5, which is 9 to hit. Which does not meet his AC. So, the creature lashes out and Archibald happens to step to the side. Just in time to be able to avoid the attack. And after that, it would be your turn, Tanjudo.
Tanjudo! Get up.
Let's see. So as I run towards the scene, I pull out my. Let's see, which one do I want to use? I'm gonna use my short sword
Okay.
to attack. So I'm gonna roll a d20, right?
Yep. Roll a d20.
And I got. God damn. I got a 5.
What's your attack bonus?
My attack bonus is a 4.
9 total.
Yeah. Oh wait. 1d6. Would I have to? Did I have to roll a d6 or?
No, you roll a d20 to see
Okay.
if you hit. The d6 is for the damage.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, a 9 does not hit.
All right.
Wah.
So.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
No. As far as I know, I just look at my guardian, well, my babysitter, to see
Okay.
if
Save me!
I messed up.
All right, so putting us back to the top of the round, that would be Archibald's turn. And let me see what he has prepared real quick. And he's just going to follow up with another firebolt. That's even more to hit. That's a 22 to hit. That's going to hit. And that's like 1,000 damage. This creature does not have that much health left. So he burns it to a crisp. However, that does take his action, so I do need both of you to roll another saving throw.
God.
11.
1 success,
Oh, 17.
2 successes. And then we'd be at Tanjiro's turn. I don't know if there's anything you want to do or if there's anything you could do at the moment.
I'll grab my. I'm gonna use my dagger as I drop.
The creature's been killed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a skin.
Archibald. It's like a slime kind of creature. You can try.
Anybody got a vacuum?
Luigi's mentioned it.
All right, so I go to Kadoth to go see if he's alive.
He is. Looks like he's just barely holding on.
Yeah. Let me see. Do I have any? No, I don't have any kits to heal him.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't have anything to heal him with. Alright, so as I go up to Kraos, I start asking questions. What happened here?
The only people that are able to respond would be the students, and honestly, they are.
Dead?
No, they're in shock. They're very much alive, but they're catatonic to a degree because they were not expecting to see something like that.
What? Alright. So I asked the students, what was the situation here? What was all this ruckus about?
I don't know. I mean, that thing attacked the man inside of the tent, and then it lunged out at this one here.
Okay. So,
And then Archibald's turn's going to come up, and he's going to actually take out a couple of healing potions and heal both of you guys.
My character doesn't care, but the pride for Kreoth must just be crumbling.
That's 5 health for Kleoth, and that's 8 health for Galthor.
Yeah, I'm back up to full.
I get up, like kind of come to, jolt, jump up, look, see what's going on, and I immediately go to the student that was originally in question, and I grab him by the collar.
Oh.
And I pull him in close, and I say, "What the hell was that thing in your bed?"
I don't know what that was. I don't know where it came from. I don't know.
How do you not know? You were in the tent with it.
So what are you? So where's everyone else? I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is.
Brother, wait. When...
Shut up, Galathor. And I grab the kid, and I tell him, "You're going to take me to the exact place that you went outside of the boundaries of the camp before you came back." And I kind of push him away, and I say, "Walk."
As you shove the student away, you notice this large, slender-looking minotaur standing over you, and being like, "That's quite an interesting way to treat a client."
Yeah, a client that almost got me killed.
I believe the client's job is not to keep you alive.
You know what? I don't know who the hell you are.
Oh,
but...
I'm sorry. He extends a gigantic hand, like this kind of perspective. And he introduces himself as Archibald Van Lorden. Yeah, he says that he is one of the Logios rank guild members.
I look at his hand, look back at him, look away back at the kid, and I say, anyways, show me. And I would I still have the detect magic at this point?
No, you
since
would
I
have
got
lost
knocked out?
concentration.
Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, I want him to take me to wherever he went to go outside of the boundary.
Hey, he's kind of a blubbering mess at this point, but he does lead you to where he went, and it's just outside of the area for the alarm spell that you have set up, Galithor.
Okay.
It's just a few feet off of that, and there's like a larger pillar, and next to that is like a tree, almost like an aspen tree, where it's a little bit thinner and it has a little bit of an angle to it. And he's like, I was just standing here, and then I went back.
Okay.
I
What
followed
would be
him
better?
as he
I
went,
want to.
and I say,
Okay.
Brother, wait. Be gentle with him. When you were unconscious, the creature went for your head. Perhaps it has something to do with memories.
I look at Galithor, and I'm still so frustrated, pissed off. I look back at Norum and the area the kid went to. I guess in this sense, I feel like I want to roll for investigation, and I want to
Okay.
investigate the area to see if there's
You're gonna check
anything
the
out.
area pretty thoroughly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
A roll. What's my investigation? So I guess 16.
16 total?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking through, you'll see that the stone pillar next to the tree, there is almost like what looks like mail slots in it.
Okay.
And looking in them, you do see that there is almost like a grime that's like covering the inside.
Okay.
You can possibly assume that might be where the creature was.
Right.
I do love a good grime.
So we don't know what the creature is, right?
You have no idea.
No. Would rolling for nature help us figure it out, or would we not be because we have no clue and be able to figure it out?
It does not seem like it's a naturally occurring creature, so
have.
nature probably wouldn't help.
Could I roll Arcana? Arcana. Jeez.
You
Arcana
can
to
give it a
see
shot,
if it's some magical creature I've read about in my books.
If you're
Son of a...
if you're saying about something you've read about before, I would actually ask for a history check from both of you.
Okay, well, I rolled a 1.
Okay, I'll roll.
Why?
Damn it! I got an 8 total.
Oh,
No.
yeah, that's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
I think back onto whether or not I recognize this creature, and I wonder, what is a book?
What is Oh shit. Okay. Well.
But what is a book?
Yeah.
Where did I come
So
Why are we here?
yeah, I'm looking into it. I don't notice.
You cut
that
out.
little slot. I don't notice anything else in the area, right? Just that little slot.
No. Yeah.
Okay. I look back at the kid and I question him. When you were standing here, did you notice anything unusual? Anything that happened to you while you were standing in this spot?
Not that I can tell. No. I'm really not sure.
Do you remember walking back to the camp?
Yes, I do.
What did you do when you went into your tent before we pulled you out to question you?
I climbed into bed. I was ready to go to bed.
At this point, I feel like there's nothing more I can get out of him. I kind of just walk past him, shoulder check him on my way because I'm still
All right.
pissed. And I just storm off. And I go back to my bag and I just start shuffling through like my books and stuff, seeing if there's anything I can find. Um, I don't know if you want me to roll anything to see maybe if I can find something.
Roll a percentile. Just to see if you're
Percentile.
lucky enough to have a book that would pertain to this creature.
I just roll a 20.
No, roll the 2d10s, the one with the single digits and the one with the double digits.
It's a D100.
2d10?
It's a D100 and a D10 for a percentage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Out of
Yeah,
100. It's the
uh,
one that looks like a
where's my-
carnival tent.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it always.
All right, I got my 100 and my 10. I got 77.
77. I'll say that you feel like there might be something about the creature in one of the books that you do have. If you want to take the time to try and figure that out.
Yeah, so
I would say that'll probably take you a few days of research just to see if you find the information you're looking for.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna start shuffling through my books, frustrated for right now.
I go up
And then
to,
I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna continue looking later.
I go up
Okay.
to Archibald, or I roll up to him and I say,
Please forgive my brother and our failure with the students. We were caught off guard.
He just stands there for a moment. So you're brothers?
I'm afraid we are, as is the way the fates turn.
And you're the party of the wheel?
For obvious reasons, I'm sure you could deduce.
Yeah, I understand why Quoth asked for me to tag along.
You will have
Okay.
to forgive us, although we wish to help. Our prowess has been in knowledge and books, and we are new to the practical applications.
I see. Well, if you manage to survive any length of time, you might show some promise.
We do
But this
hope
is not
so.
an easy job.
Yes, we are quite aware. Were it not for your... What's the word?
shit, I actually can't think of the word.
Assistance,
Yeah, that's not the word. Anyway,
Were it not for your
intervention.
intervention.
Were it not for your intervention, we would have passed into one of our subjects.
Oh, okay. Well, your quest is to keep them safe. And he gestures towards the students. My quest is to keep you safe, so hopefully we both come out of this with a little bit of extra money.
Yes, a symbiotic relationship, if you know what that word means.
You mean a codependent relationship between two separate organisms?
A man of learning. I like you already.
Just roll a general perception check for me real quick, just to see if you notice something.
That look.
Horn,
It's a-
I guess you guys didn't hear it. A horn went off right outside my window.
I did hear the horn, but
18 plus 3.
You notice the horn.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make the statement like another man of learning, and then you glance up at him real quick, and you notice the spell book hanging at his side, the component pouch on his other on his other side.
He's a wizard. Ah.
He's like,
oh,
yeah, man of learning. Anyway, you should probably you and your brother should probably get some rest. It seems like you had a night.
We did indeed. However, before we sleep, I should like to know of your companion.
Oh, this is somebody that'll be joining your party. From what I understand,
Oh,
Goth
The more the merrier.
asked him to join you because he seemed not confident with your skills as it stood.
Wait, so which one of you is the brain?
Well, my brother would like.
Oh, that would be me.
Ah.
My brother would like to claim it, but he often lets his temper run ahead of his thoughts.
Interesting. So this brother of yours, what's his specialty? What's he so smart about?
We specialize in the reanimation of the past living.
You say. Boy, you is what your brother, what he says is true.
What?
Yeah, I didn't catch that. You got cut out.
Oh, did I?
A little bit. Go ahead.
I said, oi, you is what your brother speaks about. Is that true?
Oh, it's on me.
Yeah.
Are you
So-
talking to me?
So I'm still like going through I'm like searching through books and stuff over at the tent, and I kind of notice talk to me. I look up, I stare at him, and then I go right back to my book, like trying to search through, trying to find what I'm looking for.
You lost there something.
And again, I just continue to ignore him. I'm so engulfed to find this
My
at this
brother,
point.
again, my brother is not the sociable type. I've been trying to guide him on a more righteous path, but after the passing of our dearly beloved sister, he has thrown himself into his works at any cost.
See.
So, and I don't know. Hold on real quick. I'm pretty sure, Chris, you've already seen it, but David too. If you want to, an idea of what the character looks like, in the members list on Discord, it's in there, and yeah, that my guy like you can just style of just everything.
As for you, what did you say your name was?
My name's Tanjiro.
Tanjiro. Exotic. I've read of you and your name from the East.
Ah, so I'm known.
Well, not of you, but of your name's origin. What is your specialty?
So my specialty is, I like to integrate people, get information out of them. I used to belong to a special court where we like to torture people to gather information. But I left because I see that that's not the rightful way of justice.
A man of virtue and integrity.
Exactly.
It will be a delight to have you with us. My brother can be, as the younger humans sometimes say, a major downer.
I don't know medieval slang, or I'd have used something from that. What is it? What's the bucket people used to crap in?
Latrine? No, that's not quite it.
Pot. Some kind of pot.
Yeah,
He
piss pot.
he can be kind of a piss pot sometimes.
You might need to clear that word with Twitch beforehand.
He can be kind of a tinkle pot sometimes.
Oh.
Yes, I agree.
So
Yes, that's
while going through my books, like skimming through them as quick as I can, skimming through a book, tossing it down, skimming through it,
Yeah.
tossing it down. I just get frustrated and I throw down the book in my hand and freaking I storm off. Let me see. I don't know if if this is something that, well, I guess let me make sure. My guy, I kind of plan on like having like a pipe with tobacco or something. Is that something I need to worry about, like having like?
Nah, I'll hand wave it.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, but yeah, so yeah, I just grabbed this little pouch and I storm off towards the edge of camp. And I sit down, just in the dark, and then, if anybody is watching me, they just see that little glow, coming from the puff and stuff, and I just sit out there for a while, to clear my head, staring into the dark woods.
Okay.
As I sit down and I looked at Galtharoth. So what let me see, let me try to figure out how to put this on.
It's Galathor, but I
Galathor.
understand the mistake.
So what value made you cost your legs?
It's a subject I do not speak with lightly. Perhaps when we know each other a little better and have proven ourselves allies, I shall reveal it, as it is not only my story, but my brother's as well.
It's always connected.
It is not my place to disclose our story simply alone.
All right, so I said,
But the time grows late, and we should all get some rest.
I'll go take the first night watch.
okay. I cast, before I go to bed again, I cast alarm again
Okay.
for protection.
For the area.
Does that mean we are watching over the students again too, huh?
Hmm.
The students they're also there.
Yeah, so it's like it's a 20 foot cube, and so it protects everybody in the area, and I can make it so that everybody that we are protecting and you guys don't set it off.
Yeah.
Take my earrings off. They hurt in the headphones.
That's why I used the other ones.
I know, right? Ow.
So, while everybody else is starting to go to bed, I stay where I'm at, just kind of sitting against, I don't know, some rubble or something, in the ruins.
I go to sleep.
And I decide to go into a trance state.
All right.
Well, I sleep trance. Yeah. Ooh,
Well, yeah.
fancy. Fancy guy.
Ilf. Okay. So,
Yeah, so
Archibald
I-
actually sets up a little bit of ways from the camp. And it looks like he's just got his own tent and everything all set up, and he camps just probably about 30, 40 feet away from the main group of the camp. So he's not necessarily in the area for the alarm spell,
Mm-hmm.
but he did make the statement that he'll be keeping an eye on you guys. So
Okay. So
Okay.
I go to sleep.
all right. So the rest of the night does pass by uneventfully.
Okay, a long rest then. All right.
And then, Kryoth, I do want you to make an investigation check for the next day for you pouring through your books just to see if you can find any information.
All right. And then, so since we rested, I can heal those 2 points from rest.
Yeah,
right?
you can
Just click long
give yourself a
rest.
long rest.
It's on your character sheet. It's called long rest. Click it and then make sure you confirm it.
Yeah, if you click on your character picture up in the top left, you should be menu should pop out for you
Yeah,
to
there we
select
go.
long rest.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you said do a history check.
Investigation check because you're pouring through those
investigation?
books.
Okay, I'm gonna go with passive investigation.
What did you
15.
roll?
I
What
rolled a
did you roll?
7.
A
7 plus
7.
5.
Okay.
And then my passive is
So
15.
12
So
total. Right.
yeah.
For this, it's going to be like a accumulation, and once you've reached a certain number, then you'll be able to find what you're looking for. But right now, we're
Okay.
just going to go off of what you rolled. We're going to add it
Okay,
up as we go
perfect.
for each
Okay,
day.
cool. So yeah, 12.
So I'm just
then.
keeping. So I'm just keeping track of what numbers you roll.
Cool. So then as the morning comes, first thing in the morning, as soon as I get out of this sleep trance, I immediately go back to my book. So
Yep.
I'm doing that right now.
As we wake
Okay.
up, I make an announcement. I gather the students before they head off to do their stuff. I tell them about what happened in the night and just remind them to be careful and diligent and to stay away from trees that look suspicious.
Okay. For the most part, the students seem to take your warning to heart, and they spend the next few days a little bit more on edge, keeping an eye out. Is there anything you guys want to accomplish specifically during the day?
I will also read through his books with him.
Okay, then go ahead and make an investigation check as well, and we'll add the numbers together.
Cool. That'll work.
15.
Okay.
And then let's just say during a break, like when the workers are kind of taking a break or whatever,
Yeah.
and we're sitting there reading, I look up and I see Dimitri walking past, and I stand up and I walk towards him.
He kind of sees you start walking towards him. He picks up his pace a little bit. He's like, "Oh."
And at that point, I pick up my pace and then I grab him on the shoulder and spin him around. Say, listen, kid. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what was going on. But I could have been a little bit nicer. Not saying I'm sorry, but I could have been a little nicer about how I handled it.
Apology accepted.
Good.
Okay.
Now,
He's like,
back
okay,
to
bye.
I walk away. Yeah, we both just part ways.
I've not known you to apologize very often, brother. That's progress.
I didn't apologize.
Oh, well, yes.
There's a difference.
But to admit the faults you've committed is still growth.
Oh, I never admitted any faults. I was not at fault. I just said I could have been nicer about it.
Steps.
I was still in the right.
Steps are steps, brother.
I said, whatever, Galathor. And I grab my book and I go back to reading.
What's everybody's passive perception, by the way?
13? 13.
Mine's 14.
13, 14.
It's on the left of the character sheet, David.
Mine's a 14.
A 14. All right. So, Krayos and Tenjido, you do both notice that Archibald had collected the remains of that creature from the day before, and is currently looking at it and trying to figure out information about it.
Okay. So, as I'm reading, I stop and I stare. And I notice this. And close the book, throw it down, get up, and I make a beeline for Archibald.
Okay.
I walk.
He notices you coming, doesn't care, and goes back to looking at the creature.
I walk up to him. You said he's a minotaur, right?
Yeah.
I walk up to him. I'm like, hey, Bull. You know what the hell you're doing? You figured this out?
I mean, I'm currently working on it. If that's what you're asking.
Well, do you have any ideas of what this could be?
I don't know, Elf.
As
Of
I
course.
sit as I'm up
Bulls
in the tree
thinking they
watching
can
you
be
guys.
smart and do anything better
From
than
what I can
being
tell,
angry.
whatever this creature is, it consumes memory or something. Because from what your brother told me is it spoke his name after it had attacked you. Which means it learned something of him through you. And if you look here and he like points out at one of the parts where it looks like there's a bit of a face, like in the slime, you see a face that looks reminiscent of both you and Galathor.
And knowing this, more information, since I didn't know anything,
Mm-hmm.
because as soon as I pulled the covers off, got hit. I want. Is there any way I can roll history or something to see if
You cut out
actually
again.
staring at? Is there any way now actually in the light and stuff, seeing this creature, if anything comes to mind, if I can roll what history to see
Yeah, go ahead and roll history.
if it just
See if it
clicks
sparks
anything
something.
I've read? Yeah. Damn, I got 12.
12. Okay. You remember reading about something kind of like it. You're not entirely sure if it's the same thing. And one of the books that you do have, so now you know what book to look for specifically.
Okay.
And you can use that information to kind of expedite the research process if you want.
Perfect. So I'm looking at the creature, and then I kind of just get like a flash, remembrance, and I just
It's
turn
like, oh.
around and I run back to my books, and I
Mhm.
scour through them, and I find the book that I'm
And it's
shuffling
currently
through
the
it.
book that Galathor is actually reading through, so I'm assuming you
So
just say I can't get from him.
so I'm looking through.
No,
I look at
please, brother,
Galathor,
help
see it in
yourself.
his hand, and I rip it out of his hands and just rummaging through it.
You start flipping through.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say probably with that information, the following day you'd be able to find the information you're looking for.
Perfect. Cool. I say besides that, I don't know what else for me. Because I'm gonna be focused on this. I mean, I know for the rest, pretty much the rest of the day for me will probably just be, keeping an eye out, eating and
Mhm.
stuff. And
Okay.
besides that, I'm mainly gonna focus on trying to find in the book what.
Mhm. I go to. What is your name again, David?
Digital.
Angelo.
Tangerine.
I call him Toto when I see him.
Tanjiro, would you
Aye.
like? Yesterday we slayed a boar in the forest, and he has provided delicious meat. Would you please like to partake in any?
No, thank you. Thank you for your offer, but I prefer to do my own hunting.
Ah, very good. Understandable. I shall have to eat the whole pig by myself. Perhaps if I eat enough, the legs will sprout back.
Oh, if you want, I could just attach the little piggy's legs to you.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna continue reading, and if something does transpire, I'm just so engulfed in my book until I get back.
All I could think of when David said that, because like inside in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, where Trunks' mom is accidentally hitting on him, and then he's like, it's his face frozen and his head screaming like, ah! When he said, "I'll just attach your leg," it was like, ah!
That's terrifying. It would be reminiscent of a satyr. Perhaps I'll find some lovely nymphs.
Well, this is probably your only chance to get your little legs back.
I shall probably go ahead and pass on this occasion, as well, I'd rather not lose anything else.
So, question: why is your brother more interested in books more than you, and you're a wizard?
Well, I study often as well, but when he is on the trail of something he doesn't know, it's an impulsive need to figure out what it is. It makes him a marvelous student, but it can be a hindrance to him as well.
My partner's not like that. As far as I know, he's the smartest little bull I know. I don't know. I really don't know much about the mentor at the moment.
So what I would like to do is roll around the camp and see if any of the students have if any of them brought an instrument.
Okay.
All right.
It's pretty easy to tell just looking around the camp real quick. None of them brought any instruments. It looks like they were here specifically to do the work that they wanted to do or signed up to do. Almost like an extracurricular activity.
All right, that's fine.
Bunch of Philistines.
Hey, wizard, is there a lake nearby?
What?
Is there a lake nearby?
A lake? No, there's not. There's some grasslands, some hills,
What race
and
are
a
you,
forest.
David? I didn't hear.
He's a half elf.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mudblood.
Now, brother.
Tainted one.
Now, brother. We shouldn't shame it.
He can't help that he was born a freak.
He can't help
I know what you guys are thinking. I'm a bastard. I know.
Well, that's okay. You're among present company, as I myself am also a half-elf.
Damn it.
So there's two bastards in the group.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
I like this new person. He's much better company than you, brother. He laughs at my jokes.
Well, that must be because he's stupid, because you're not funny.
Perhaps it takes a wittier mind than you to decipher the intelligences of my jokes.
It's gonna take him years to decipher it.
Stare at them both. Shake my head.
Boy,
Turn a little bit and go back to my book.
Like, as he was making eye contact with me and shaking, I just look at him and I'm like...
I hate that. Don't do it.
Oh, God. All right.
So the next few days in camp actually do pass by uneventfully. Kryos, you do actually manage to discover an excerpt in one of your books about the discovery of a weird species of slime or pudding. That has been called an oblex, actually. And the small excerpt that you find is that a cult of mind flayers actually did experiments on the slimes and jellies and the puddings that infest the Underdark, and they created a special breed of ooze called the oblex. And what these creatures are capable of is that they actually become memory eaters. and once they've consumed enough memories from a certain target, they actually can mimic that target in a relatively convincing fashion. It takes a lot for them to be able to do that, but
Hold on,
that's
so-
what you've been able to find.
So it's called an Oblex. It's basically an experiment.
Yep.
That
And it's a memory eater that once it's consumed enough memories, it like tries to mimic that creature's life in the best form or fashion that it can.
okay, so it can mimic that.
Can I roll a history check for what I remember about mind flayers?
Sure.
Not shit. I don't know nothing about them. I never even heard the name.
Man, you're horrible.
You've had bad luck.
Now it's starting to see who's the smart one.
I know who's not the lucky one.
So I just want to clarify.
You are betraying me.
So it can mimic. Does that mean it can like basically shape shift into that creature, or just it's still the
Once
goo?
Once it's consumed enough, it can mimic fairly convincingly the shape and form of whatever it's trying to mimic.
Do we know for what purpose?
It's like the cordyceps fungus to a degree, where it needs to get to where there's other things with memories, so that way it can split and then consume and then become those people, and then split and then consume and become those people and split and consume.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was gonna ask. So like, even though we found that goo, it could technically part of it could split off, mimic whatever creature and stuff that like. So part of it could be mimicking like a person, but the goo's still there.
There does have to be it's when it splits off, it actually like separates itself entirely. So like the memories it has, stuff like that, that all gets split, and it's like cells separating and becoming more cells. So
like,
it's
if
like
that-
copies, but they have like half the memories. So they
So
can't
if that
quite
goo
mimic somebody
died-
directly off of that. Yeah, if that goo died, that goo died.
But it wouldn't kill the copy that was made.
Yeah, exactly. If there was a copy made, it wouldn't have killed that one.
Because that's making me think about the kid.
Is there anything in your book about testing for such a creature?
I don't know. I'm gonna run. I guess roll history to see while reading if I find anything about it.
Roll an investigation because you're still reading through that portion of the book.
Okay, so just roll investigation to see if there's a way to somebody is a goo.
Yeah.
What would I roll for investigation too?
So I got a total of 19 for investigation.
You'd roll a d20.
A d20? Okay.
Is it good?
I also got a 19.
Plus whatever your investigation is. Yeah. So I got a 14 plus 5, so a 20 for me.
Okay. So 19 total?
Yeah.
All right. So you would come across a portion relating to the Oblexes showing that what you came across was probably considered a juvenile or young Oblex. And then there's larger forms that are the ones that kind of separate and become like copies of people. However, for those copies to exist, they do have to be connected to the host Oblex. So you would normally see like a tendril of goo, pretty much, well, that connects them back to that.
We
So if you
can't
don't
trust
see
the
anything like that,
hunchbacks.
So basically,
you would find like a tether, pretty much. Well, if you were
Kinda like
looking for that,
kind of like a goo trail or something
yeah,
from that person.
It's a goo.
Like they would leave.
Yeah, like a sticky hand that's been thrown too hard. It's just
Yeah.
stretched out.
Okay. And I'm assuming, obviously, we didn't notice that.
that would have jumped out at you.
Yeah, we didn't notice that on Dimitri. So, okay. So then,
I think,
I'm
my brother, we
confident
are
it's not him.
clear of the creature. However, these find milliers he talked about could be quite dangerous.
I rolled a 1. What do you want from me?
These, hold on. These what?
These flying mares.
You mean mind flares,
Yes,
brother?
that's the one, brother.
You passed my test.
Oh God. Trying to think.
Wait, I have a question. You know how you said the goo things, once it hit Cody, it took some of his memory. Does that affect him?
No,
Like,
it consumes the memory, but it doesn't like steal it.
It's like making a copy of a
Yeah.
file.
Oh. Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll. What would I roll? These vine mares my brother mentioned, but the mind flares. History.
Roll a history check, yeah, just to see if you read about them before or not.
18
18 total? Okay. So you have read about them before. There wasn't a whole lot of information. What you have read has said that they're normally found in the Underdark, and they come from a different plane far beyond like the regular planes that you would know of. So there's like the prime material plane, that's what your world inhabits. And then there's the elemental plane, so there's like the elemental plane of earth, elemental plane of fire, air, and water. Then there's the astral sea, which is the space between the planes.
Okay.
And then there would also be the abyss, which is like, if the astral sea would be space, the abyss would be dark matter and things that inhabit it. So it's like
Space
negative space.
between spaces.
Exactly.
So the mind flares kind of come from that.
And they come from even farther beyond that. They come from like an outer realm.
That's terrifying. I hate that.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
Yes. I mean, have you seen what a mind flare looks like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah.
To look it up.
Yeah, that.
Do you fear death?
Like this.
Okay.
Oh my god, you got a
Okay.
mind flayer chibi.
It's actually a Cthulhu, but
Wow.
So the found in the Underdark come from an outer realm beyond the abyss, basically.
yeah.
Um,
And that's where like the unknowable things come from, which is a terrifying concept. But that's where like beholders come from, and mind flayers and other things like that. Elder brains.
Great old one kind of creatures.
Yeah, that kind of feel.
okay.
Normally, it's not a creature that one would have to worry about in their day-to-day dealings.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I looked it up, and yeah, it freaking looks like Cthulhu,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Or a,
This is a picture of it like eating someone's freaking head.
yeah, or a
Yep.
priest of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Right. So, just to make sure or not. So, is this goo? Is this like kind of some kind of form of a mind flare?
No, it's like
Experiment.
mind flayers like experimented on slimes and stuff like that and made their own version that
A
eats
slime,
memories.
Cody, is like literally think Minecraft,
Yeah.
but acidic.
Okay. Okay. I'm just adding this shit to my notes so I don't forget in case we run across something like that again. Okay, and then because knowing you, um,
Okay, well he's doing his thing. I'm just keeping a watch out.
Okay. You want to roll a perception check, or are you just going to use your passive?
I rolled a 1.
what the hell, Xavier?
So
Literally,
you're
he's like, "Ooh, look, the floor."
no, you're sitting there in your chair, and you're keeping an eye on, like, no, I think it is flying mares. No, it really is flying mares. He's the one that's wrong. He's the one that's out of touch.
Yeah, it's the kids who are out of touch.
Oh man,
And that's kind of what's rolling through your head.
No,
oh, that's great.
no, no. I rock. I'm awesome. They're wrong. I'm great. They're wrong. I'm great.
Yeah.
God. Okay. Yeah. So I'm guessing I'm still. Am I kind of done looking through my books, or am I still kind of investigating that?
You've pretty much found all that you're going to be able to find with the books that you do have,
Okay.
which is a
So
fair bit, to be honest.
yeah. So I tossed down the books. I call over uh Galathor. How the hell do you say your name, David?
Huh?
How the hell do you say your name?
Tanjiro?
Tanjiro? Okay. Call both of them over and then the Minotaur.
Archibald?
Archibald, yeah. So I kind of called them over, yeah, them, and I explained to them what I've learned that so goo, just kind of shortened down. Goo is
Say
Oblex.
goo.
It's an experiment that pretty much made by mind flares. Memory can mimic that creature's life as best as possible. If they uh, if they have made any copies to mimic a creature, that there is a tether. So we would know if anybody was made into a copy, or if we run into this creature later, if we notice goo coming from somebody, we know that they're tethered to an oblex, and to deal with it immediately.
And green slime will ooze out the walls. Oh wait, they always do that.
Oh, and brother, it is mind flares. Okay,
I certainly
okay,
believe you.
remember that.
So I write it down for your brother before he forgets.
Might have to. You swear he lost some of his
Well, now I've
his
read.
senses and his mind when he lost his legs.
I've read about them too. Now.
Okay.
It must be terribly difficult for them. Should they sneeze, you think they might ink?
I just turn around and walk away.
Wait, brother, it'd be good for pens and writing.
I'm going to start rolling psychic damage every time you make a bad joke like that. And I end up being your own death.
Oh god.
Well,
Okay.
these jokes, I just don't have a leg to stand on.
He's all right. Where's my dice?
3 points of psychic damage.
Oh god. So one thing I will do. I mean, obviously. Well, it's been. Check on the.
You keep cutting out.
Bad.
Like we get 2 words.
I'll check on
and
the.
then large.
Let's say I'll check on the boar meat to see how. Did it do it again?
You'll check on the boar meat.
Yes.
Which purpose is that for?
God damn it! Give me a second. I'm gonna disconnect and be right back.
All right.
And then there were 3.
Quick, let's talk shit about him while he's gone.
Oh,
He's in my head, gentlemen. I can't escape the spirit of my brother.
That's okay. You guys are playing D&D, and I'm trapped in pixel hell.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. All right. So is that better?
I guess we'll find out.
Right. No, I was gonna say I want to check on the boar meat to see how much we have left.
You,
Probably a
I mean, the
whole
boar's
boar. I'm
big.
literally the only one who's been eating it.
yeah, the boar's big.
No, I've been eating it too.
It'd cover you guys for the entire time you're here.
Yeah.
In all honesty,
Okay.
Yeah.
boars are
I
big.
just know that you said like we've gone through a few days, and I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure. So
As long as it covers the students.
I do want to. I guess I'll roll just perception. I'm gonna kind of walk around the area and stuff. Kind of just like do like a canvas of the whole area
Before he walks around,
and See- anything out of.
I take an item from the boar, and I go
Brother, look out!
and I toss it at him.
All right, Galathor, I need you to roll a d20 and add your dex modifier.
I'm not like hucking it at him. I'm just like kind of.
I just want to see how close you get.
What'd you
15.
get?
Okay. Kraus, I want you to roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you can avoid it or catch it.
You know how hard it is to throw stuff in a wheelchair?
I got a 17.
All right, are you dodging it or are you catching it?
I'm gonna dodge it because I'm fairly certain I know what it is, but I'm gonna dodge out of the way.
All right, so you just duck real quick and it flies overhead, and then whatever it was hits the ground in plain sight.
And I look at it, and what was it?
It was the boar's testicle.
I knew it. Knew it. I look at him. I look back at Galathor. I swear to God, brother, you're 2 seconds away from me taking that chair out from under you and throwing it.
I'm just trying to play a rousing game of catch.
You know what? Put on a glove.
Wait, before you do anything rash, just know that I was feeling a bit ballsy.
Yeah, definitely. So he's grabbing his dice.
Oh, just 1 point of psychic damage that time.
So I grab a glove and I pick up the balls and I toss them back at Galathor.
All right, roll a d20, add your dex mod.
I got.
Are you just like full on hucking this?
You know what? I'm gonna full on like chuck this thing.
All right, then roll a d20, add your strength mod.
And add strength. Oh
Mhm.
shit! I'm a weak little bastard, so something good. It would be 13 total.
Oh, what's your AC, Galathor?
Well,
So before he threw it, I'd actually moved my servant in front of me because I knew he was gonna do that.
I'll allow it. So you see them like collide with something in midair and drop.
And does that do any damage at all? A little bit, yeah.
No,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Oh, it's okay.
they weigh like 2 ounces, my dude.
and they probably splattered upon
They
impact.
did.
It's like a paintball. Sure, it stings, but it doesn't do damage.
Pretty big paintballs.
Look at what you did to Jenkins. I'm not sure I'm quite riveted of that word. We'll get one. We'll get a name for him.
You're lucky, Galathor. You're lucky. And then I just turn around and I walk away and I go do my my walk around. So I'm gonna roll.
He missed it on the camera too.
What? What the hell did you do?
He said you were gonna turn around to walk away. He's like,
Like as you look down, I did it. It was perfect.
Oh, that's good. All right. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna roll perception to
okay.
just see if I notice anything as I walk. 14. Yeah, so 14.
Okay. Where are you walking about? Are you walking like around the outskirts, or are you walking through the camp?
The ground.
Kind of just like a little bit everywhere, like kind of like
Okay.
walk around the outsides and I kind of like walk around. Well, I'm gonna say not really like the camp itself, the tents. I walk around the outside and then I kind of walk around by the ruins and stuff.
Oh, okay. In that case, you would hear the sound of one of the students screaming from inside the ruins.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hear the scream and I yell back, Galathor, brother, I heard a scream inside the ruins. Let's go investigate.
And I say, oh, Wheel, here we go.
You're entering this fight with like nothing left, dude. That's 3 points of psychic damage.
I'm dead.
I will say you get knocked down to 1. You have 1 hit point.
Am I actually taking this damage?
Yes, you are.
Oh no!
I won't let it kill you outright, but I'll let it take you as low as it can go. So you're at 1 hit point.
We have to save the student.
Like every bad joke you make just gives you another aneurysm.
And then I look at him as he's wheeling up all fucked up and say, you know what? How about you stay out here and keep guard? Hey, Bull, and hey, Toto, come with me.
Archibald like looks over at you. He's like, "My job isn't to save them.
Yeah.
That's not my quest."
Well,
Tezio
Toto, you're
accepted
here
your
for
quest.
that, so get your ass in here then, since the bull ain't got no balls.
As I walk to
As I walked through the
the
valley
little
of the
elf.
shadow of death.
The same thing ran through my head.
As I walk to Chiro.
Oh god.
I know.
Are you coming, Toto?
The jokes are worth it. If I die, I die.
Okay. All right. So we'll be at how the fuck do you say your name?
Tanjiro.
What?
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
Maybe you should be a bigger
yeah, me and him.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Maybe.
Looks like you need more training.
I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe if you watch Attack on Titan.
One day. Anyways, so we go into the ruins then.
Doing that.
We go into the ruins then to investigate what's going on.
So it doesn't take you long to find the source of the screaming. The other
That's so
student
funny.
that you spoke with,
Guys,
besides Dimitri the
My
night
dice
before,
turned purple. Sorry.
the other student that you spoke with, it's actually stuck up against a wall, and you just see these shadowy hands reaching out of the wall.
He said for me to stay
Wow.
back. I did go with him.
Okay. So you see the other student like trapped up against a wall, and you see these shadowy arms reaching out of the wall and like grabbing it and like pulling him into the wall and like slowly crushing him at this point.
I absolutely hate that.
Yeah. What the hell can I do?
You imagine this is what it looks like in Yu-Gi-Oh when somebody gets sent to the Shadow Realm.
It's time to die. My blue eyes.
Oh man, if it's
Exodia.
a shadow creature, Does it take any bludgeoning damage?
I shall find out.
You don't know.
Shit, yeah, that's what I'm like. Well, so I see this happening. I run up and I pull my quarterstaff out of my cloak, and I kind of just swing at the arm of this creature to
Okay.
see if I can smack the arm and if it does anything. Because I'm too worried about throwing a spell because I'm probably gonna hit the kid.
All right.
All right. So
Then
I'm
go
gonna
ahead and roll an attack with the quarterstaff.
I got a 12 plus 1, 13.
That will actually hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah.
Sweet. Hold on, I'm a little confused. Bludgeoning. Why does it? I have a 1d6. Looks like -1 and a 1d8 -1.
It depends on if you're using one hand or two hands to attack with, and it's based off your strength for the damage.
Oh, my -1 is because of strength. That's why.
Yeah.
Nice. Choice. Jackass.
I would
Hey.
have assumed you were using two hands because you did say that you're only using that at the moment.
Yeah, because I just kind of pulled it out and I just boom. So I'm at 1d8.
Yep.
I got a 5 -1, so it's a 4 damage.
All right, and when you make contact with the arm, it almost feels like you're hitting like a pillow to a degree.
Okay.
Like
but it
you feel like you hit yourself hit something, but it's not quite solid feeling.
does it do any damage?
You think you did damage.
I think I did damage. Okay.
It
does
feels
it
it feels like you made purchase on the creature, whatever it is.
Okay. Does it? Do I notice him loosen his grip on the kid at all?
To a degree, like
Okay.
it wasn't enough damage to make it let go, but
Yeah.
it did like react.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Let's go ahead and get into
yeah.
initiative here. So roll initiative.
I got 10. I got 12 total.
Let's see here.
These dice are so pretty when they turn purple.
All right. 15 to 20. Or 20 to 15. Did anybody roll in that range?
Yeah. I'm sorry. What?
Initiative. You got to roll initiative because I hit the thing, so
14.
you two need to roll.
All right. So anybody in 20 to 15?
David, did you roll?
19.
All right. So Tanjiro at the top. And then 15 to 10.
14.
to 10. Or
14 for Gallithor.
Yeah.
And what about you, Kryoth?
I got 12.
Okay. All right. Then we're starting at the top of the round with Tanjiro.
So roll another. I got 13 plus.
Jeez.
What should I use? I'm gonna use my
Your
my
eyes,
dagger. So it's a 13 plus 4. That's 17.
17 to hit. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
1d4. I got a 4, so that's a 8.
8 points of damage.
Yeah,
And what type of damage is that?
Plus 2. It's a dagger.
So piercing?
Yeah, piercing.
Okay.
So as I run and wait, what are we fighting again?
The shadow arms.
Shadow arms.
Yeah, they're pulling a kid, crushing a kid in a wall.
Let's see. How's it? Is there anything that we could like, because I really don't know what that is. What kind of creature is it? Just like a shadow figure?
You don't know. All you see is these arms coming out of cracks in the wall.
Okay.
and
so
then
I
like
just-
reaching around this kid and like pulling him into the wall, and it's crushing him slowly.
Okay, so I threw my dagger at the wall, at the shadow figure.
Okay. So the dagger does actually like stick the like the arm of the shadow creature,
Yeah.
and it drops out. But you do see that where that made contact at, like the shadows are slightly dispersed at the moment.
Okay.
After that, we're at Galathor.
Let's cast some light on this creature.
And I cast Firebolt.
Okay. Go
No,
ahead and roll for
I
that.
cast it near like where I assume elbows are, like away from the center of the arms, as far away from the student as I can.
All right.
I'm over here trying to do my
8.
homework.
8. All right. So when you cast the spell, the firebolt lights up the area around it, and it causes the shadow to cast more shadows, making a hard target for you to kind of track down. So you aim at where you think the elbow was, but you seem to be just a little bit above where that is. And you hit the wall, and then it leaves a scorch mark along the wall. And now we're on to the shadow's turn.
I rolled a 3. I just want you to know that.
Oof. And the shadow is going to continue to crush this poor boy. So
Give him a
we're gonna
nice hug.
Give him a nice
Yeah.
hug.
we'll see how effective he is at that. You seem to be distracting him because he rolled a 4 plus not enough to do any damage. So,
Yay! We're useful.
and with that, the shadow's going to release and like sink into the wall.
Okay.
And Cryoth, it's your turn.
My turn, but shadow creature's gone, right? At least as far
As far
we
as you
know.
can tell.
Okay. I am going to grab the kid, and then I'm going to start stepping back with him and dragging him away from the wall.
Don't down me, soldier.
That'll be your turn. Is just getting him away from the wall.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Alright.
doing.
Then Tangelo, you're up.
So
So the arms are gone. What the hell?
I got a 2, so a 2.
Well, what are you doing?
What are you rolling for?
Shoot. I
The arms of the creature withdrew into the wall.
okay.
So
So
we don't.
So you
we don't.
don't really see where it's at the moment.
Yeah, we don't know where it's at or if it's coming back.
So what would
Yeah, I know. That's. Go ahead,
Um,
grab the kid. I don't know what else to do.
He looks over at me, and I'm just like,
I don't know what to tell you. Detection is it? Where would that one be under?
Are you trying to figure out where it might have gone? Roll a perception check.
So that would be the D20.
Mhm.
Yeah, you roll a d20 and add your perception bonus.
Oh, okay. So let's see, 8 plus 4, so that's
12?
12. Yeah.
Okay. So you take a moment. You saw the arms withdrawn to the wall, so you take a moment, you listen.
Yeah.
And over on your right, you hear like whispers inside the wall.
Yeah.
Just these. Whoosh.
Because I know my character has the ability to see through the dark.
Yeah, dark vision.
Yeah.
That does let you see in areas that don't have light. However, it
Yeah.
doesn't let you see like through walls or surfaces or stuff like that. So you're able to listen for the creature at the moment, and you do
Yeah.
hear that it's kind of moved over to towards your right.
Yeah.
But other than that, you have no idea.
All right. Wizard, do you think you could extract the boy out of here?
So you use your turn to say that?
Yeah.
All right. So you won't be able to respond until your turn, Cryoth. But now we're on to Galathor's turn. Do you remember that you're able to hold an action? So you can say, I'm going to hold, like, I don't know if you're going to do it or not, but like I'm going to hold Firebolt until the
Yeah.
shadow reveals itself.
That's what I was probably.
And then-
that's what I was thinking about
Okay.
doing. I was just wondering if I should do that or the other one. Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna hold. Hold Firebolt. Ready it.
All right, and the trigger would be when the shadow reveals itself.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, now we're on to the shadow's turn, and towards the right of Tanjiro, coming up out of the ground, would be the arms reaching up towards him. That would be him revealing themselves. So go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Shikaka. Nine. 14.
14 does hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
D10. Yay! 1. 1 damage.
What is going on with you?
I'm rolling butt tonight.
I noticed.
1 point of damage. All right, now going on to its turn. Give me just a moment. It's going to reach up towards you, Tanjiro, and try and grab a hold of you. And that's going to be a, what is that, a 20 total to hit? Would that meet your AC?
Let's see, AC. That's a 13.
Yeah, you've been hit.
Yeah. I've
You
been
getting
grabbed
smacked
in the
with-
balls.
All right, give me a moment,
Smacked
guys.
around, boy.
I'm trying to pull up the information for it, and it keeps like breaking on me, so I'm pulling it up on my phone real quick. All right, that's the strength drain attack. So you are going to take 4, 6 plus 2, 8 points of necrotic damage. And your strength score is reduced by 3 at the moment.
What is
Strength.
my strength?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So just, you might want to write that down somewhere separate. Just know that your strength score is reduced by 3 at the moment.
Paper. Okay. Mm.
And that's going to be its turn. So now we're on to Cryoth.
Your turn, brother.
Okay.
Do I take damage? Right?
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. It is, and it's right there next to David, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And I think what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna go ahead and do poison spray. It's a Constitution 13.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a natural 19 plus 1. So it saves.
Then I guess right before the end, I want to look down and check the kid real quick to see if he's able to get up and move.
He seems okay. He seems weakened at the moment, but he seems for the most part okay. You have a passive perception of 14 though, right?
Yeah.
All right. You do notice as he starts to move on his own, his shadow seems darker than everyone else's besides Tanjiro's at the moment.
Shit.
And it doesn't quite match his movements.
shit. Okay.
Would I also be able to notice that
Then
at 13?
Yeah, I'd say you'd probably notice that.
I guess then if I have an action left, it'll be looking at Galathor, making the eye contact with them to see it, you see what I see.
Check this guy out. Are you seeing this?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I guess that'll be it
Becky.
since I already
Look
used
at
an initiative.
her
Shut
butt.
up.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Well, then I guess that's it for me then.
Okay.
There's just nothing else I can do.
Then we are on to Tendrido's turn. The arms of the shadow are currently around your legs at the moment, so if you want to, you can strike at it.
I feel the legs. I'm like, damn it! I got a 7.
Total, or did you?
Oh wait. Total for the dagger. Oh no, the Reaper little needle
Right.
needle sword. As I try to stab it in the arms.
So you rolled a 7.
Yeah, 7 plus 4 gives me a total of
11.
11.
11 just barely misses.
Damn.
So you don't find purchase with your attack on this one. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn? You still have movement. You have a bonus action.
Look at the what's his name, the Minotaur guy.
He's actually not in the
he's-
ruins with you.
He stayed back. He doesn't care.
Damn.
Yeah, you little punk.
As I looked at Creole. That's how you say your name, right?
Yeah.
All right. As I look at you and just put up my hands up in the air and be like, "What are you doing?"
As he puts his hands up in the air, his shadow takes a moment before one arm rises before the other one does. It eventually mimics his movement, but it's different.
Delayed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we're on to Galathor's turn.
How far am I from the creature?
About 20 feet
20 feet.
from where you're at.
Okay, I move 30 feet farther away from him.
Okay.
And then I cast Firebolt.
All right. Go ahead and roll for that.
10.
Total.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say another one.
Okay. Then we're on to the Shadow's turn.
Yeah.
Unless you want to use your bonus action for anything.
Nope. I'm good.
Okay.
Yep.
Then it's going to swipe out at you again, David. It's going to try and grab you and try and pull you in.
It wants you inside of it, David.
But that is a natural 1. So it misses.
Yay!
So as it reaches up to grab you, you notice it and you kind of like hopscotch dance out of the way of its reach for a moment. And then Cryoth, it's your turn.
Okay. So passive perception, would that wouldn't be considered an action, right? 'Cause
No.
it's just passive.
It's just
Okay,
passive.
so before I do anything, I use that and I check my own shadow.
Your shadow seems fine.
Okay. Then I am going to. Hold on, let me double check. Oh, God damn it, wrong thing. So how far away am I from the creature?
You would be, because you started pulling the kid out, you'd probably be about 40 or 50 feet away from it.
I'm like 40 or 50 feet away from where David's at.
Yeah.
And the creature's at. Okay, shit. Okay, I can't use that then. All right, then I'm gonna need to use Firebolt.
Okay.
Firebolt.
Yeah, so I'll throw Firebolt at it.
Card Charmander.
Oh, whoop. wrong freaking dice. I hope if I use the right one.
D5, go.
I got a 16 plus 5.
That'll hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
And then, so 1d10. A 7.
7 points total.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, so that hit, right?
Yep.
So that hit, and then I'm going to use my action to also get a little bit further away. I'm going to move 30 feet away, kind of closer towards the door.
Okay. So you're now about 80 feet away from it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's your turn.
Yeah. I'll call my turn
Back
there.
up to the top with Tangelo. Creature's still currently around your legs, reaching up towards you.
It wants your giblets.
It wants to rustle your jimmies.
So I gotta. Let's see. Alright, so I got a 16, then plus 2. That's
18 to hit.
yeah.
That'll hit.
All right.
Roll damage.
Damage. Well, I technically used the unarmed attack strike.
Oh, okay.
Try
You're
to-
kind of like stomping on it at the moment?
Yeah.
All right, so your unarmed strike damage is 2 damage. Okay. So you stomp on it on the arms a little bit.
Yeah. I try to wiggle my way out.
Do you move away?
Yes.
All right. So as you move away, it does get an attack of opportunity on you. So it's going to swipe at you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a 16 plus 4 to hit.
Shit.
Pretty sure that hits. That's going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage or necrotic damage. And your strength is reduced by another 4 points.
Damn.
Damn. How many hit points do you have left, David?
That's what I'm about to figure out.
How many hit points do you have left? No.
I actually think
No.
that's it. Yeah, I think he's out.
Fuck. Okay.
Because you have 7 to begin with.
Does he only have 7 too?
Yeah.
He's a rogue.
Damn.
We're all glass jelly people.
So as Tejiro starts to move away, the creature reaches up and grabs him, and you just see like the color drain from his face as he collapses to the ground.
Okay.
Get that man an apple.
Galathor, it's your turn.
All right.
And you do see, even with Tejiro on the ground, his shadow is writhing at this point and extremely dark.
All right. And the arms are where?
Currently, like grabbing a hold of him.
Oh, good. Good. Lovely, beautiful targets. For a nice firebolt. Never mind.
7.
Never mind.
What was it?
Did you get a 1?
9.
9. Oh, okay. It's the Shadow's turn, and you see the arms that are holding Tejiro like prop themselves up, and you see the hulking full shadow figure like rise up out of the ground.
Ah! Earth
And
give birth.
He's about to eat me.
Not
And
the
it-
drop buttons.
and even though it's humanoid in shape, it's still kind of like, it almost looks like it's cloaked. You just see its head kind of like tilt towards the next closest thing, which would be Galathor. And it moves about 40 feet closer.
Oh god, I'm 50 feet away. But
Yes, so it doesn't quite reach you. But it just kind of swoops in. And that's its turn. So Cryath, you're up.
All right. Okay, so I was 80 feet away, right? From
Yeah.
the creature. So then that puts if he's 40, so it puts 40 feet away. Where is I'm gonna use passive perception to look for the kid. Did he already leave, or is he
Yeah,
still in there with us?
he's taking off up the stairs.
Okay. And I notice his shadow still, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
His doesn't seem quite as unruly as Tanjiro's.
Yeah, I kind of just mumble to myself that'll have to be dealt with later. um, so he's still 40 feet away. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cast Firebolt again.
Okay.
He's just out of reach of the other spell I want to use. All right, so nat 20.
Nice.
All right, so
All right. Do you want to roll 2d10 or do you want to roll the 1d10 and double the number you roll? I'll let you play it either way, but you got to decide beforehand.
So I can roll 2d10 and is it add them together?
Yes.
Yeah, you add them together.
No. Yeah, subtract them from each other.
You either roll 2d10 and add the two numbers together, or you roll 1d10 and just double that number.
I'm gonna take the chance with 2d10s.
Okay.
I got 2 6s, so 12.
12 points of fire damage.
Nice.
And with that, you see the shadowy creature kind of dissipate.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. So at that point, I don't have. Let me look at my equipment. Yeah, I don't have anything to help out David.
What do the other shadows look like?
David's shadow?
Mm-hmm.
Or Tanjiro's shadow?
Sure.
It still looks
Wonky.
unruly, dark, not necessarily following the same form that Tanjiro is taking. But it doesn't seem to be getting any worse at this point.
I look at Galathor. Brother,
Hi.
do we deal with the shadow now or later?
We should. We have no ability to heal him. We should attend to the shadows now.
All right. Okay, so David is 80 feet away from me, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna keep that distance. So I'll end my turn then.
Don't you guys have something to pull me?
That looked really weird because David's camera is so dark. It looked like
Yeah.
Chris had little Deadpool regrow feet.
That's great.
He's doing it.
Okay, so then that would make that
I don't need to see that.
Galathor's turn.
Okay, then we're on to
Different, right?
Tanjiro's turn. I need you
Oh,
to
yeah,
roll
Tanjiro's
a
turn,
death
yeah.
saving throw.
Oh.
So roll a d20 and let me know what number you roll.
A 16.
16? All right, so that's one success.
Excellent.
All right, Galathor, you're up.
Yay! Against my better judgment, I'm going to cast Fireball at the shadow.
Tanjiro's
not
shadow?
hit me.
Yeah.
Okay,
I hope it
roll to attack.
Hope it doesn't hurt him.
Give him a 1.
15.
Damn it.
Now you roll well.
God.
That
All
means
right,
it's bad.
so as you throw the fireball and it creams down towards Tanjiro, it hits just before him and hits his shadow. You can just see it leave scorch marks across the ground, and his shadow seems to be unaffected.
That's upsetting.
Shit.
Kryoth, you're up.
We have to kill them all.
Just wait until I make this out of it.
Okay,
You'll lose
Oh,
more than
no.
your legs.
this is gonna be attach somehow. So I'm going to hold on. No, that would not work.
Shall we take should we take an intermission?
Fuck. Because if your firebolt didn't work, then
What am I gonna do?
You're useless, Ignacio.
I'm sure what I'm gonna do. I guess
I'm a titan.
I'll take I guess I'll take the risk. I'm gonna move 30 feet closer. So that'll put me at 50 feet away.
Yeah,
Same
so you're
with
pretty much standing
Galathor.
next to Galathor, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that'll be my action for now.
All right, Tangelo, you're up. Go ahead and roll another death saving throw.
Another one?
Yep.
Yeah. I got 11.
All right, so that's 2 successes. If you get one more success, then you'll be stabilized.
Let's go.
All right, Galathor, it's your turn. And at this point, you notice that Tangero's shadow, while it has been unruly, has started calming down a little bit and kind of settling back into place.
We should slap him ass. Get a hold of your shadow, man. Got ourselves a Peter Pan situation here. I am going to ready Firebolt and do nothing.
Okay. What's the trigger for Firebolt?
Something attacking me.
Okay.
The shadow getting worse.
All right. And then we'll be on to Kryoth's turn. What are you going to do?
I'm going to kind of something just popped into my head, so I think you're okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and move 30 feet closer, so 20 feet away now.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go save there.
All right. Tangelo, it's your turn. Roll another death saving throw.
Oh, excellent.
Digital.
Did David die? Oh no, the shadow got him!
Alright, so I roll another one. Gosh dang, I got an 8.
An 8. All right, so that's 2 successes and 1 fail. Galathor, you're up.
Okay. How far away am I? I don't remember. 60 feet? That's what it was.
50 feet.
50? Okay. I continue to observe and root him from the sidelines. Like,
Okay.
You can do it. Pull through.
Oh, give me, you little
Roll a persuasion check for me.
I'm gonna convince you to not die.
Kill you with my soothing.
22.
22. Okay.
22.
Oh. Right.
He's
22. Yes.
I thought you said only 2.
Only 2. 22, yeah. Kryoth, it's your go.
Okay. 20 feet away. I'm going to move 20 feet closer.
Right.
I'm going to use an action to grab him, and then I'm going to try to start moving him 10 feet back, like dragging him out.
So you pick him
Oh,
up and you
okay.
move about 10 feet back. You'd actually want to be able to move 5 feet because you're dragging him.
Okay, so 5 feet then.
But he moves. His shadow moves with him. It's almost completely synced back up to him at this point. It's gotten from being super dark to lightening up a bit. Almost normal.
I think I know what's going on now. Okay, yeah. So I start basically dragging him out.
All right, Tangelo, it's your turn. I want you to roll a death saving throw with advantage. So you roll a d20 twice, and he takes the higher number.
17.
Just call.
All right, so that's 3 successes.
Yeah.
So you
Cool.
stabilize at 0 hit points, so you don't wake up, but you're not dying anymore. And with that, you guys see that his shadow has returned completely to normal.
That's what I thought. All right. So are we still rolling through turns?
No, at this point, I think action economy is over.
Yay.
Okay.
So we go over to
I'm
David.
I have David. Yeah, I have Tensro, and I'm gonna continue to drag him out of the ruins and back
Okay.
to the camp.
I stop him, and I say, "No, I'm kidding. I still don't have my character. Never mind.
We should
What
kill
were
him
you
just to
gonna
be
say?
safe. If he dies, we get more money.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's absolutely not my character's motivation.
That's something I would say,
Yeah.
and I'm the one dragging him, asshole. Yeah, so I drag him out into the camp, and I yell for Archibald.
Okay. He comes running over, sees that Tenjiro is currently unconscious, and he picks him up and takes him to a tent and starts tending to his wounds.
I go. I'm gonna go to the kid. Who was that? Was that Dimitri again, or is that a different?
No,
kid?
that was the other one that you spoke with the night that you were questioning Dimitri.
Filgus.
Okay.
No.
So I go up to him to check on him, but I'm gonna use my passive perception to also check his shadow.
Okay. He seems fine, a little shooken up, but otherwise okay. And his shadow has completely returned to normal at this point.
I would like to roll history on if I know what that was.
Go ahead.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna go to Gilithorn, brother.
19.
The shadows I noticed.
19. Okay.
With the shadows I noticed how they were acting. It was only when they were touched by the other creature. I think while he was controlling them, he also had control of their shadows. Once that control was broken, I believe that is when their shadows started returning back to normal. I don't think we have anything to worry about with their shadows anymore.
Do I know what the shadows are?
He's got some of the information right. You remember reading about these creatures because it is a form of undead. It's actually shadows are an undead exaggeration of a humanoid shadow, but they're born from like other humanoid shadows. Normally, it's non-evil creatures killed in particular violent fashions can spawn a shadow, and that's what it's called as a shadow. And when these shadows kill other humanoids, it makes more shadows, but only if they kill the humanoid.
Ah. Neat.
Yeah. As soon as Chris started saying the shadows were returning to normal and stuff, I realized I had to do with that control.
Mm-hmm.
We broke the control, so I think we're good.
So I tell Kriyoth what's really going on here. What the shadows are.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember what the dwarf told us that we're protecting, him and his students. I'm trying to remember. Did he say anything, mention anything about any type of anything similar to this? Like,
He did mention that there were such creatures around here.
where is the dwarf?
Currently, he He's actually further in the ruins at the moment with some of the students.
We
Brother.
should be careful, as if there is one shadow, there could be more given the significance of the area.
Exactly, brother. We need to check on the dwarf and the rest of the students to make sure they're all okay.
I agree we should go and see them.
Okay, so then we both start heading into the ruins
Okay.
to find all of them.
They're currently grouped up. It's not too hard to find them. They are fairly deep within the ruins, but they've only uncovered one pathway so far. Like, there's been other branching paths, but they haven't cleared them out yet. So it's just following the tunnels until you make your way to them. You come across them without too much issue, and they seem to be okay as far as you can tell.
Good. Are all of the students in here?
No, not all the students. He's only got 4 students with him at the moment. There's 3 up top.
Oh, okay.
I suggest, brother, that for today we split our observances. To be sure, you should watch the ones on the outside, and I will stay here with the professor and guard them.
Trying to think.
No think, only go.
Shut up. Would we be? Is there any way for me and him to communicate from a distance?
Oh, me and you? No, I don't have any spells for that.
I don't think so either. Damn it. Okay.
And my servant, while he could pass a note between us, only has a reach of 60 feet.
Yours only has 60 feet? Hold on,
If he gets any farther away, he will disappear.
Yo, poof.
And
Put.
I can create a familiar, summon a familiar.
If you have the resources for it.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking true. Damn
and
it.
you do not.
Yeah, I need 10 gold and I
Yeah.
only have 5 worth of charcoal and 10 herbs. Damn it. Okay, never mind. Because mine is up to 100 feet for a familiar that I could speak with.
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay, brother. I will start to head back up. Occasionally, I will come back down to check to make sure that you are all okay.
Very good.
Okay, so
Splitting up?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go up top for now. To go check on the other students. When I get up there, I let them know, do not go down into the tunnels as right now. The ones that are down there could stay down there, but I do not want any of you going in the tunnels unguarded.
Okay. Can I have both of you roll a d12 for me, please?
I don't like this. I got a 9.
What'd you get?
I got a 2.
You got a 2?
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of this day goes by uneventfully. As far as you can tell, there's nothing else that seems to be happening.
My rolls are butt.
You guys finish this day without any hassle, so you all get a long rest.
Hooray.
So, Tanjiro, you're back up to full health.
Great.
I'm back up to full health too.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Yeah,
Can't wait for you
stop
to
making dumb
plate your
jokes.
reserves.
As far as I'm concerned, my health is low enough that 1 and 7 don't make much of a difference.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, right.
So I'm gonna make my jokes, damn it. I'm gonna die laughing.
Okay. Nothing happened. So it's the next day.
Yeah, and you're nearing the end of this quest because you're on like day 8 now, I think it is, of being in the camp.
Okay.
What?
and
So you
how
only
long
have-
is the quest again?
I know.
It's
I've got a young
fortnight total,
face.
so 2 weeks, 14 days.
It's my fountain of youth.
But that's 2 days there
I keep
and
in the
then 2
back.
days back, so it's 10 days in the camp.
Also, hi, Galaxy.
Okay, and we have 8 days in camp.
Yep.
Okay. So the next day, we wake up.
I'm actually the oldest one out of this group here.
For anybody, shut up, Xavier.
What?
For anybody, before
I'm
anybody
talking to you.
leaves, I yell out for everyone to gather around. Everybody, gather around. We must talk before anybody goes anywhere.
Certainly. By all means, what do you have to say?
For these next 2 days, with what has happened, with the goo, and with the down in the ruins, nobody is to go anywhere without informing one of us or without a guard. One of us will be accompanying the group down into the tunnel. Any that stay up top, one of us will be up top with you. And actually, 2 of us will go down into the tunnel. One will stay up top. And if you try to leave camp anything, even if it's to walk right outside the bounds, to go to the restroom, you need to inform whoever it is so we know where you're all at all times.
Okay.
Why are your names different?
So that's when
You're different color names. It's weird.
look at Galathor. Brother, are you going back down into the ruins?
Have fun, man.
Yes, Where would you prefer to watch and guard hold? I think perhaps Tanjiro should stay up top, for he says he has an aptitude for sneaking. Should someone enter the camp unwanted, he could dispose of them perhaps before he knew. A baby!
That's what I felt. The same, brother. So hey, Toto, you're gonna stay up here, up top. Watching any of the kids that stay up here. Keep an eye on them. Make sure none wander off. And occasionally, myself or Galathor will come up top to let you know what's going on, and also to check.
I know. To save time and energy, since I'll just be sitting here anyway, I shall have Jeffrey roll me between the 2 of you. Back and forth. That way we have an open line of communication.
So his name's Jeffrey now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
cool.
a group is escorted by Kryoth down into the dig site. Tanjiro keeps an eye on the campground itself as well as the top side of the dig site. And Galathor's rocking his way between both.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kryoth and Tanjiro, can I have you both roll a d12 for me?
I got a 9.
Okay.
What about you, Toto?
Let's see.
He blesses the rains down in Africa.
I was waiting for someone to make that joke.
16.
I had to wait for the opportune time.
How did you get a 16 from a D12?
Oh. I don't know.
Whoa.
That's a damn good roll.
Yeah.
Well, I got 12 out of that one.
Okay.
You got a 12?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, just so I know where you're at the time, Galathor, or at this point in time, will you roll a percentile for me?
I can,
Yeah.
I shall, and I will. Are these the right dice? They are. Double zeros are 100, right?
Yes.
Okay. 109.
So 9 total.
Ouch.
You have the worst luck with dice.
I can't believe that. 100 numbers and I got less than 10. 9's a good number, though. Quality number, pretty strong number, delightful number.
Jesus.
All right.
I'm stuck in the middle.
So I'm thinking.
I'm stuck in between both of them and something goes down at both ends.
Actually, nothing happens today,
Hooray!
and the following day is also uneventful.
We may take our poops in peace.
I'm a man who sits a lot.
Okay.
Poops are
So then
important.
that'd be the end of the job, correct?
Yeah, you start escorting the entire group. So not just the 3 students and the professor that you started with, but also the other 4 students.
Okay.
So all 8 of them you escort back to the city, and that goes by uneventfully as well.
Yay! Only one student almost died.
No, 2.
Right.
Dimitri almost died.
Yes.
Well, could have died because of the goo.
Well, I feel like you were more in danger in that situation than he was.
Screw you, buddy. Screw you. Okay. Cool. So
Okay, so you guys actually make it back to the guild without too much issue. The guild receives 1,500 gold, which their share will be taken out, and then the remainder will be split amongst you.
Yay!
well, how much did I get?
So you each receive 125 gold.
Nice.
Excelente.
And all 3 of you also progress to the next level, so level 2.
Really?
Nice.
Level 2. Oh boy. Hooey, here I go leveling up again. Arcane tradition. Oh, well, don't mind if I do. School of what? Not necromancy. That's
How the
illegal.
hell do we level up? We just click on our
Click your anvil.
Yeah, the anvil. Tells you how long it's been since we freaking played this. Okay, level 2. Gooey! Arcane tradition. What do I want?
Okay.
School of necromancy, of course. Beginning when you select the school, the golden time you must spend to copy a necromancy spell into your spell book is half. Nice.
I have 12 hit points now.
Yay!
What a delight.
See, you gain the ability to reap life energy from creatures you kill with your spells.
I can stub my toe and not die.
Once per turn, when
But
you
what
kill
does?
1 or more creatures with a spell of first level or higher, you regain hit points equal to twice the spell's level or 3 times its level if the spell belongs to the School of Necromancy.
And it doesn't count for
So many-
cantrips. Spells only.
Yeah, still, that's freaking awesome. So if I'm low on, if I'm low on health,
Ice dagger.
I just gotta murder somebody.
Wait, is that what it's called? Ice knife. Ah.
Aha!
We made
Sweet.
it back. And now we're rich. I immediately go to the store and buy 10 gold worth of charcoal.
All right, so we'll handle the purchasing of stuff and like that
In the Discord.
in the Discord
Okay.
server in between sessions, so that way we don't have to bog down the stream or anything like that with numbers.
Sir, how much is this shoe worth?
Exactly. I want to buy 1 old boot, please.
Just the one? Yes, it will be my food shoe.
So okay, so it's find familiar. You have to have charcoal, incense, and herbs. It says 10 gold worth. So does that mean
Of any
30
of
gold?
them. No.
No.
10 of.
Oh,
Just 10 gold
any?
in total
Yeah.
from all of them.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so. We will now have
So, yeah, so-
familiars. Mine's a raven. His name is Barnabas. And he's a
So
good
I was
bird.
gonna use a raven.
Also,
No,
he
I'm
has
just
a
kidding.
he has a slight ability to talk. Simple words. It's delightful.
I'm gonna do mine is gonna be a lizard, and it's gonna be a freaking tegu.
I knew it.
So
I
it's
knew it was
be
gonna be a
giant
Tango, you
lizard.
trash monkey.
You're a trash monkey. Tegus are majestic, beautiful creatures,
They're
and I will own one day.
They're fat iguanas. I said what I
That sounds-
said.
That sounds
No.
wonderful.
They are chunky, beautiful, like Komodo dragons. More.
They're fat
They're-
iguanas, or they're Galathor's version of a Komodo, chopped in half.
No. And just because they're chunky, those things are quick as hell. They would chase you down in a heartbeat.
I know
Rip your
Cody.
leg
I know
off.
Cody will never ask me this question in the game, so I'm gonna say it now since I was wanting it to be a joke, but it won't. I wanted him to be like, "Are you sure?" And then I was gonna be like, "I'm never sure about anything. I can only ever make up half my mind."
Okay, I say next game he starts with half his hit points gone, just for that.
So I might just have him make a new character.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets in, you just murder him.
He's like,
Alright,
oh, by the
he's
way,
dead.
in the middle of the pub, rocks fall and you die.
The roof
And
collapses.
there's no saving throws. You are squished completely flat.
Roof collapses. It misses you. Then a patron stabs you in the kidneys.
You thought the roof was going to get you.
Ah.
But it was me, Tio.
But it was me. Well, thanks guys for watching. A lot of good input, a lot of good movement across the stream. Thank you very much. We hope you liked it. We will be doing it again, hopefully with more people in the party.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now, Sunday at 7 p.m. California time.
Fingers crossed.
Pacific time? That's stupid. That's stupid. It's California time now. Officially.
No, because California sucks.
California is the bee's knees.
No, it's not.
Oh, why don't I go live in Colorado? Ooh, look at all these mountains. Aren't they pretty? Is that the abominable snowman?
Yeah, it's beautiful up here. You're just jealous. We live in
California
beautiful
has
country.
mountains.
Yeah, we have everything everywhere else does. We're so large,
Yeah.
we just have all of the different variety of
California
regions.
has
And all the
coast,
pollution
mountains,
and all this.
forests.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Desert.
and all the pollution, and like the highest cost of living.
Not
And,
everywhere in California is polluted. Only very specifically where I live, it is the most polluted in the country.
We're the bowl that collects all
Yeah.
the trash.
yeah, pretty much.
Galaxy,
Alright.
you can go ahead. Oh, also, Ben 10.
rude
I
ass.
grew up watching Ben 10. I love Ben 10. But
Look at him. He's trying to be all special to his stream.
well, I know I did it out of habit, but then I realized like, well, we're not in the game anymore. But yeah, you can totally go watch that because we actually are finishing up here.
Yeah.
So
Go watch what?
you can go watch Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. My favorite part of Ben 10, that's where he's like a teenager, right? And it just lives in my head rent free, is when Kevin's fixing the car and Ben walks in with like juices, cups, and he's like, so where do you want these? And Kevin's just like, go away. Or no, where do you want me to put these? And he like rolls out from the car, he's like, go away. Okay. He puts them on the table, turns, and then goes, walks back, no juice for you! I'll send you guys. I know I have it saved on TikTok. It lives in my.
No,
head.
I know
I'm
it.
gonna send it to you anyway.
I remember it.
You should experience it at least once a month, like a happy period.
You know which one runs?
Did you say a happy period?
Once a
When
month.
Kevin says like you should treat women like a car. Wait, never mind. I feel like I
He just got a little confused along the way.
You should treat women like a car. Get them upholstered once every 3 years.
God, that's horrible. Oh, God, I hate
I don't like the
can't.
context of that.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what an upholstering is, so for a car, that's like like the interior, right? Like a new interior.
Specifically the seats, yeah.
Oh, good. Change out your organs every 3 years.
I mean, eventually we'll reach a point in medicine where that might be a common practice.
Right?
Yeah, right.
If we could just like start growing organs, we're made. I need a new kidney. Yeah, let me get one out of the back for you. We have an abundance of them, but because you live in America, it will cost you $30,000.
Yep.
That sounds right.
We have so many that they honestly cost us like pennies, but we're gonna create an artificial supply chain for them. That's gonna cost you millions
Nice.
in the next
Galaxy.
couple years.
Right? I think I'll take a trip to Europe instead.
Yeah, I'll,
Do
I'll
it
just
there.
drop. I'll just drop about $3,000 on a trip to Europe.
Yeah, like I'm
Get it done for free.
I'm legitimately thinking about going to Mexico because I want these two teeth put in. This one in the front specifically, and it's like $9,000 to do both of them. And I'm like, I'll take a trip to Mexico and do it there for fractions of that price.
Yep.
What did I miss?
Where did you
We're,
go?
ta- we're talking about medical procedures
Oh,
cost
yeah.
in
When I go to
America versus
Yeah, I'm thinking
everywhere
about
else.
going to Mexico and getting my teeth put in there because it will save me so much, and I'll get a little vacation.
Go to like
Right.
Norway to do it, man.
I do have friends to visit everywhere. I got friends in France, Macau, Hiroshima.
Look at this
How-
guy
how did
fucking
you-
lying that he's got friends.
Ah!
Wait, how did you pronounce that last place?
Shut up! I was hoping that would just slide by everybody.
No, it didn't. I just had to make fun of you about the friend comment first.
Excuse me, guys. I like to have tacos and go to Hiroshima.
Hiroshima. I'm so sorry, Japan.
He's lying.
had
He's
friends
not sorry.
in-
Yeah, I had
He's
friends in
not
Hiroshima. Hiroshima? How is it
Hiroshima.
pronounced?
Hiroshima.
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 God, you are the whitest
Hashimoto.
motherfucker ever.
Harry Sumo.
You are so goddamn white, dude.
Correct.
Jesus.
Maybe like Spaniard and Greek or whatever it is.
Oh, and I like
But-
legitimately forget about this all the time. And it came up the other day because we were talking about tamales and why grandma doesn't use lamb and she uses hamburger instead. Is I am actually like the same amount of Greek as I am Yugoslavian. And I don't know anything about Yugoslavia, so I'm gonna have to read up on that one.
Yeah.
Some people's kids.
Yeah, Galaxy, no. You can do. Are you on the Discord? You could put it in the Discord. I'll see it there. Just between us. Just the two of us. We could make it if we tried. Just the two of us. At this point, you can tell we're vamping because we have no more D&D, and all of us are like enjoying the chat because we don't. We don't have.
We're just like, I don't want to go back to life.
Yeah, we don't have human interaction. Although I am
I
actually
know,
probably going to go over to Kat's, and right now, Callan and I made a deal with her. If we watched all the Saw movies with her, she would watch My Hero Academia with us.
See, I think she'd get a kick out of My Hero.
She does it out of spite. She purposely, even while we're watching it, she's like Cinema Sins. And I hope she's watching right now because you're like Cinema Sins. You're no better. You're no better than Jeremy. Oh, that's right, Galaxy. I do remember that. I'll put you back in. We'll get you.
Oh.
We'll get you back in there. We can be a little more lenient.
Was-
We've been experimenting.
Yeah. Wasn't Galaxy removed because of his age?
That is true, but we haven't had any real actual problems with that. So I will throw an invite. Oh, this is so nice. My thing's right here. There you go, Galaxy. So you can get back into the Discord with us.
Oh. All right. Well, I gotta go because I gotta get up in like 4.5 hours for work.
Okay.
You have work.
Yeah, I'm an adult, Xavier. I actually have bills to pay and responsibilities. I actually take care of my own kids.
So do I. My son lives with me.
You don't take care of him though.
That's not
Yeah, I
true.
was gonna say, who takes care of him? Pretty sure if I make a phone call.
There's not a lot of taking care of to do. He's pretty self-sufficient.
You know, I could just call your grandma right now and be like, guess what your grandkid is saying?
He goes to school on his own.
Like,
What
did
about
you
the
hear-
past 8 years?
Huh?
You need to watch Xavier's stream. He's basically just calling you useless on his stream. That you do nothing.
I know, man.
Not
That
even.
you don't do anything.
They're not
for Dimitri.
useless. They're just not.
They provide food.
Yeah. They cook delicious, nutritious meals. Because if it were up to me, we'd have both
It'd be
died.
frozen burrito.
We'd be frozen burritos every night. You want a Happy Meal, buddy? Huh? Well, too bad. You're getting Taco Bell.
You want a Happy Meal? Cool deal. Here's a frozen burrito, and here's a smiley face of ketchup.
He might actually like that.
He's your kid. He is your kid, so I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, God. Jesus, man.
Well, thanks for
Yes,
watching the stream. Bye.
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 All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, baby. Bye, baby. Chris, just like her head.
No. No. I will not.
But like, that'd be so satisfying. Just little tiny baby skull, just.
No.
Okay, bye, stream.